We just connected micro penis with natural grocery organic jalapenos, and then we took that to slavery and then to CrossFit. That's what this podcast just did. That's the lineage of this conversation.
Hannah allowed all
for the note. He's staring at the ceiling.
Look at him. He's Googling it. He's checking it.
No, my mom was like, "Get the fuck." Wait a second. So, Steve, your plans to be audio the whole time?
Honestly, it looks like I don't have much of a choice.
Oh my goodness! Is your last name Ragan?
Yeah, that's right.
This is
unfortunately
podcast number 13. Steven Ragan. Everybody, Steven Ragan. Woo! But I guess this is the early days of the podcast.
The day I decide to wear a suit, Steve wants to not show his face. That's all right.
Crazy.
Maybe he saw you in the suit and decided he didn't want to turn his video on.
Not worthy.
That's right.
He's actually one of my most handsome friends. You know, I give him that. You know, so
Steve, I brought. I'm drinking. What time is it in Germany? I'm drinking beer.
Ooh, it's 5 p.m.
Lord.
Man, really?
I'm
drinking coffee. Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Is that Jesus?
It's a Speedway. This is. Can you see us, Steve?
Yeah, I can see you.
Right,
Speedway Stout.
It's a Speedway
I hope that's a good one.
Me too. I just brushed my teeth though. I gotta get that out of
there. Yeah.
Oh man. All right, Steve, what's up?
Hey man, you know what? It's funny that you're drinking a beer and I'm drinking coffee, but it's 5 p.m. here.
It's 5 p.m. I thought we were doing this in Germany time.
Hey.
Coronavirus has fucked up the world. All right.
Coronavirus has fucked up the world. That's right. That's right.
Don't you have to work today?
Steve, I took the day off for this podcast.
Oh, we're gonna do it good.
Look at that.
That's funny. Anton told me this was gonna be on Sunday. I moved a dinner party. It's Christmas dinner party.
Nice.
Well, that's good. Hey. You can do it on Sunday, right? The party?
Yeah, we're doing it at a different time. Don't worry about it.
How many people? I'm being COVID judgmental. How many people are going to be there?
Hey, only 4 people. Only 4 people.
Good.
We're abiding by these regulations.
Hey, we were walking down the street. Me and my girl were walking, and she didn't have no mask on. And I was just like, just judging her. People
giving you the evil?
And she's Chinese. So I was like, they give you the Wuhan.
Ooh, yeah, they do.
Oh, no.
She not right for that.
I'm like, look, she's immune. They created it there. She don't gotta do this shit. We weak over here, all
right? I want to hear about Germany. Tell us about Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
That's what do you
tell
want to know
us about yourself. First, tell us about yourself, Steve. Who are you? What's your social security number? What's your credit? Just the general shit.
Shit. Yeah. Well, Anton and I
born in Indy? Were you born in Indy, by the way?
Yeah, Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also from the Midwest.
India?
You and Mike Pence. Midwest in the house. Everybody on the podcast.
That's right. That's right. We're all from there, yeah. We all moving around.
Tell us about Germany. Anton just keep interrupting you. So he doesn't want to hear about it.
I know. I shut up. I sat back. Look.
Yeah, I mean, Germany. What's the note? We just went on a strict lockdown.
Oh, shit.
Nothing's open anymore. It's kind of a bummer. I got a really nice view behind me, though. I sent this picture to Anton. I'll have to send it to the rest of you, but I moved down to the southern
I'd love to see it live.
We all would.
Oh, man.
Sorry. That's cool. All right, so take us back, Steve. Take us back to Indianapolis when they wasn't ready for Indy to have. Oh, you're Italian, by the way. Mike's Italian somehow.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, my mother came here she moved to America when she was like 20. You know that whole story. Came to America on vacation, got pregnant.
That's the same thing like my great grandfather.
Hey, they wanted to come to America somehow.
On the bottom of ships looking for opportunities.
Hey, that's right. And then settled in Indiana. I don't know why you would do that. I got out of there as quick as I could. And that's when I went to Illinois and met Anton.
Nice.
Yeah, why'd you come to U of I? I know you went to law school, but why'd you pick U of I of all places?
Oh man, so when I was looking at law schools, I was just trying to get to the highest ranked one that I could find, and U of I was the one that would let me in.
Hey, there you go.
Hey.
There you go. Simple.
And
No,
then
because I was
transferred-
thinking like they have like IU, they have Ohio State. What else y'all got in Indiana? IU is like the top, right? That's it.
There's Notre
else.
Dame.
All right. I mean, I guess if you got a lot of money.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah, then I transferred back to IU, and finished my law school there. And then when I was in law school, I traveled a bunch. I did a fellowship for Microsoft in China. And then after I came back from there, I was like, wow, the East is really fucking cool and way different from America.
Wait. Who'd you see when you were in China?
Hey, yeah, a Hong Konger.
He slept on my couch for like a week.
Is Hong Kong part of China?
I say it when Jenny's not around. Yes.
Maybe when she's there. Is she from Hong Kong?
Yeah, well, she was born in Thailand and moved to Hong Kong when she was 10. So basically, she's from China.
Right.
China owns Thailand and Hong Kong.
You were there during those protests, weren't you?
Yeah, so
those umbrella protests? You got an umbrella?
No, I had several actually. No, but when I went there, it was in the height of the protest, and then it started to die down, and then
they spread the virus.
Yeah,
they spread the virus. They were like, let's get rid of these people off the streets. And America was like, let's take to the streets.
And then Black Lives Matter happened. Yeah, that's cool. So how'd you end up in Germany, man? You're at Microsoft. You like the East.
Yeah. So then I went to India, and I spent some time there, like 6 months there.
No way, you didn't fucking tell me you were 6 months in India.
6 months in India, yeah, bro. So that was an experience, right?
Yeah.
You said you were never going back to India.
Yeah, man. It was. I mean, I would go back. I say that it was like a rough, like when people say they like backpack through Europe, I'm like, bitch, Europe is comfortable as fuck. All right, everywhere you go is nice. Backpack through like fucking India or shit, Nepal or Malaysia. Like that's roughing it.
That's right. They're shitting on the streets there.
Man, like regularly. You just go out in the front yard. You have a coffee, you sit it down, you take a shit in your front yard, you go back in the house. That's India.
Who does that?
In India. Like,
yeah. We shouldn't generalize. That's not all of India, but that's some of India.
That is
it's for sure speaking, some of India.
Please don't cancel us, cancel culture. That is not the entirety of India. I'm pretty sure somewhere in America somebody took a shit in their front yard.
The way I look at it is we're all judged by the worst of us.
Yes, so. that's a good way to put it. I'm judging India by the worst, and it's not that far off from the best.
To be honest,
you don't know that.
That's what they do here in Germany.
They shit in the streets in Germany. What'd you say?
No. They judge people by their worst. So in America, you know, it's kind of disappointing right now to be here because I gotta like defend America all the time. I'm defending Donald Trump. Come on. Oh, that's not God. The team I want to be on.
Like inadvertently, like I'm not trying to defend Donald Trump, but I have to for all of America.
I mean, a little bit for sure, a little bit.
No, shut your mouth. He's trying to say something. Just
you gotta listen. You gotta let it out.
There may or may not be a Trump supporter on this call.
Yeah, we don't know.
I'm not gonna say who.
He's like shady, super shady.
You gotta.
How are you gonna support Trump with a haircut?
All haircuts are important. Here's what I'm saying. The fact is, like, what do we say about Germany? Like, we're like, fucking Nazis or whatever. Like, you know, people talk shit about other places. You know, let Germany have theirs. You know.
Hey, no joke, bro. No joke. But yeah, so after India, I went to Seattle and lived there for a couple years.
Seattle.
And Seattle's cool. Seattle's really cool.
Seattle sucks.
I heard it rains a lot.
It does
9
rain
months
a lot.
of the year.
No, I heard it's the most unfriendly state in all of America.
What?
Yeah,
there's some passive aggression there.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
The Seattle freeze. It's about like the people being antisocial.
I think the big thing of it is like people are there's a lot of people moving to the city, so nobody knows anybody else. So people are just like kind of
okay. I can see that being like in Hong Kong where your friends are never permanent. You know,
Yeah.
like this person's probably going to move, and you know, people are second there. You know, they're not living there permanently.
Yeah, that's how the cities are. That they're transient, you know. So
I got you.
and I mean that's what we did. So my wife and I, we stayed in Seattle for 2 years, and she's German American, so she comes from a military family. She was born in Germany, and we kind of wanted to come to Europe, do this whole thing for a little bit. So she found a job in Munich, and then we moved here 2 years ago, and I've been like doing like freelance work and stuff like that. And so we lived in Munich for 2 years. And then, geez, just like last week, we moved an hour south of Munich. And so now we're here in the mountains at the foot of the Alps. So it's really beautiful. It's really nice.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I wish we could see it.
I know. Right? I'm set up in front of this window. I did this on purpose. You know?
Oh, my gosh.
You set up his backdrop with nothing.
So what is the issue here? Are you on like a MacBook Pro from like 2005 or something?
2012, maybe?
Did you work at Microsoft? Like they didn't give you a better computer?
Good one. Hey, it did work.
All right, let's do a check. Take the sticker off the thing so Zuckerberg can see take the sticker. You know how people have like the little sticky note on the front?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, Steven, when you were in
watch me when I'm watching my porn.
When you were up in Washington, did you do any of the national parks up there?
Yeah. So actually, when we moved out there, we drove from Chicago to Seattle, and so we hit a bunch of national parks on the way out there.
Nice.
So we did like Yosemite and the Grand Canyon.
Oh, you went south to go north.
Yeah. Well, you know that.
Yeah, what's between? You just jumped over like 7 states. Like
they went
look,
like
it was just cows.
So that wasn't right. We went to the Grand Canyon at a different time. We went through like Nebraska, South Dakota. I don't know which
Rolling Hills.
The Badlands. The Badlands of South Dakota.
They were doing that Keystone that pipeline protest at that time. So we drove through there and stopped by there and saw what was going down there, and like ate dinner and just left. There were too many people there. But yeah, I mean Washington's really, really beautiful.
Beautiful.
I can't really like name the national park.
I only saw from a distance.
Yeah,
we drove the bridge and then we looked and then we drove back.
Yeah, I did a tour day USA, and then I picked up Hannah and then 2 other people in Las Vegas. So I went like Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana, and then down through Idaho, Utah, and then over through Arizona, and then picked them up in Nevada, and then went up the coast of California, and then we went back over through I don't know what we hit. We hit Oregon. We went up to Oregon, then over. So we went
Oregon, and then we went Yellowstone, and then we went. Is that right?
South Dakota,
and then South Dakota, and then we went back.
Yeah.
Is that Route 1 on like in Cali?
Who knows? Oh yeah, we did. I think we did the one. Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
Along the coast.
Gotta do the one.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
how long were you got? How long were you gone for? That's a long trip.
I did a month.
Month.
Yeah.
Where'd you sleep?
Where'd I sleep? I did national parks. I did tents the whole way. Oh,
get this. Yeah. The whole time Mike's messaging me on WhatsApp because he thinks I'm still overseas and I could have went with him. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I was fucking in Chicago the whole time.
True. Yeah,
man.
We
didn't want to invite you.
That's what it was.
We wouldn't have room for you.
That's what it was. Wow.
Yeah. Man. I think that I have to. I'm already setting up my summer so I can go do. I don't think I can manage a month with my current job, but for sure, traveling and like just experiencing things is the shit.
I think you can, man. You just gotta wing it. You know that dude who invented Tom's, he fucking takes a month off every year after listening to the 4-hour work week. I believe it, man. Retire every year. Fucking waiting.
I don't know. I'm not at that level. But yeah, Steven, I love to travel. I love to see things. I'm jealous of all your travels. What do you do to document this stuff so you can revisit it, or is it you got a blog or something?
I mean, when I went to China and India, I took a camera and took a bunch of pictures there. One of those nice Canon cameras or something like that.
Sure.
Those things are kind of heavy. They're kind of unwieldy. So after a while, I
just pop out the phone.
And plus, traveling, it's become so kind of intrinsic to my life that kind of just like experience it and don't really revisit it a whole bunch. You know, it's just like going through it, not really being a whole bunch of like doing a whole bunch of introspection and looking back at it. Like,
where haven't you been yet that you want to go still?
I want to go to South America. I've never been to South America. I've heard it's incredible down there. I want to get a van and just like and travel through that thing.
Let's do it.
Hey,
if you do South America, you got to go all the way to Chile.
Hey, have you ever seen those things called the Earth Roamers?
Now, what is that?
Okay, everybody, you know what? Let me see. Let me see if I can pull this up and share my screen. If you ain't never heard of an Earth Roamer, it's amazing. Like, this is like my ultimate goal is to just like afford an Earth Roamer, and then just like I haven't heard from Mike in 3 years. I haven't heard from Mike in 3 years, and then all of a sudden somebody spotted him.
It's like sustainable homelessness, basically. You live in your van, but you got a stove in there and a shower, right?
It's like it's the ultimate.
It's the
I think it's
retrofitted van, right?
Van.
No,
yeah,
is
it's
it luxury in a van?
The ultimate. What's more ultimate than luxury? All right.
Exactly. Hold up. Oh,
Is ultimate higher than luxury in the word?
Let me see if I
choice?
can. Hold up.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like a hierarchy of,
Hang on.
I don't know.
All right, check this out. Can you see my screen yet?
No, you have to press share screen.
All right, did I do it?
No.
Can you see it?
There you go. Oh shit!
Hell yeah!
That's crazy.
It says
Look at
luxury,
this.
just so you know.
It does.
Luxury.
Look,
It
can
doesn't
you
say
guys
ultimate.
see it?
That's like a whole
Look at
kitchen.
Yeah, we're watching the movie or
Look
whatever.
at this.
I like when they do
Oh,
like
God.
I like when they go like we didn't want to sacrifice, so we got a full size toilet.
Wow, look at him just driving out of the desert. All right, how much does this thing
Bro,
cost?
if I see one of
A
these
million.
$250,000 like
million?
A million.
no, the little white one? No.
The gray
Not the
one a
little
million
baby
or the
one.
white one a million?
I can see
Yes.
the big one being $1 million.
They can't be the
Yes.
same price. Look at the difference in size.
Yeah, fuck out of here. Like the little one has like a cannon in the back or some shit.
Listen,
I guess
wanna,
if the small one is a
Flamethrower?
million, then what do? You talk about past $1 million? You know,
listen,
once it's a million,
when,
it's a million.
When I look
You're
at
the
this,
small.
when I look at these pictures, it makes me want to tear up.
It looks like some shit Post Malone would buy. Definitely look like it.
Ah,
You
look
just
at
buy
it.
that shit in Utah.
Yeah.
Steven, what you think of this?
Honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, that's gonna take a lot of gas. It's gonna be really expensive.
Hey, guess how
That's
big the
true.
tank is. Guess how big the tank is.
I don't know, man, like 60
Small.
gallons. But if you're paying
Yeah,
like a
at
million,
Hang on.
Yeah.
All right,
you
all
don't,
right, Steve.
you don't care about
Hold
it.
up.
100 gallon, 5 miles to the gallon.
112 gallons.
112
Yeah.
gallons.
Now 3 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, 3 miles to the gallon.
Listen to that.
Fuck. It's just
Oh,
Hey, but if you're
runs
paying $1 million for this, I don't think you're worried about
Yeah.
gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it runs on diesel, so you get that.
All right, they got pre-roamed. Hold up. Here you go. 580,000. These are the ones that have been used already.
Oh, I would buy a used one for sure. The depreciation on this looks like 60, 70%.
What? How much is
It's
it
too
used for?
proprietary.
580, 390, 360. You see it? 325.
No,
Yeah.
we see the same
No, we
screen
don't
with
see
the
that.
two sitting out in the wilderness.
you
together.
Really?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
didn't
when you
change.
share the screen,
didn't-
you got like 17 options.
What the heck? Wait, hang on. You really don't see anything else right now?
The gray guy
Nah, we
with the
just,
little
like-
white guy.
Oh my
sitting in the field.
gosh.
Yeah.
Hold up. We need to try this again. Hold up. Y'all need to. You haven't been looking at all the pictures I've been pulling up?
We did. We watched
Hey,
the slideshow. It ended with gray.
It's
and
remarkable.
How
We
about
don't even
this?
see Steve, so this is way better.
Can you see it?
Oh,
Can you see it
man.
now?
white. It's loading.
I'm gonna send y'all a picture of me so you know who
Yeah,
you're talking to.
exactly. We need a
Honestly.
placeholder.
We don't even know if Steve is real.
Can you see it
He's
He's
now?
not even real.
It's mine's
I paid
loading.
some guy.
I don't
Oh,
know what
God.
this is.
I'm sorry, folks. I thought that this whole time that was a thing. All right, I'm
Yeah.
back. Anyways, man, that's the dream right there. Woo.
That's a
nice,
big
actually.
dream. I mean, I hope you get
That's
there.
not
but
bad.
I
That's
teared
not
up a
bad.
little bit.
That's a not bad dream.
Not
It's a
bad.
good. It's
Not
a
bad at all.
good dream. It's far though. That dream is far.
Hey,
But
Steve,
I
listen,
believe in dreams.
Steve talked about driving through South America You know what I'm saying? Like you could drive there.
And that's the only way you could beat the cartel. You have
Exactly.
$1 million fucking tank.
Listen,
Man.
they're gonna
like,
rob the fuck out of that.
Try to rob us, bitch.
They're gonna pull you
Just
over. There'll
unload.
be guns. People,
I hit the
get out of
blinkers and just goes.
Good luck. You're gonna get it. You're gonna be driving it, and that'll be your last day.
Yo, soy Americanos. Fuck with us. That's right. Get out the way. High beams.
Where has the Speedway beer?
I pressed the intimidate button. Just shoot.
Is it a lot of alcohol? Might be high. I think. You better watch yourself.
Steve, I thought we were both drinking. Oh, I'm supposed to drink this out of a goblet. It says. Oh no.
So I have a great story with Steve. I have so many actually.
All right, tell me about it.
I
never even heard of this dude.
Yeah. So
last week we heard about him.
I hide my friends from my friends. You know, I do that thing. I hide my friends from my friends. Just keep all my friends compartmentalized.
12%.
I would too, especially when you have people that talk trash about your friends.
If you met on the same plane, it's like, yeah, you can stay there, but you can't leave this box. All right. All my friends are in the hood, basically. You just never leave. So Steve came to Hong Kong, and I had never smoked weed before, and I was like, Steve, let's go. I was like, let's go to Llama Island, and what the kids say, toke up. Let's do something. And I think that was like, it was a good experience. I got so stoned, man.
This is a
like
turning point in his life.
Yeah, it was, right? Because I felt like this. I felt so like responsible in a way. And to the point where I was like, yo, I haven't smoked weed my whole life because I've been an athlete, right? And running. Kinda. I've been a subpar athlete, right? And then so like I always thought of that, and then that was my excuse. It was an easy excuse, right? And then, you know, you read about and you learn more, and you're like, man, you know, this is like, there are way worse things in life. So anyway, we go to an island called Llama Island. I think you remember Llama Island, Steve, when we went there?
Bro, I remember this story.
Right. Yeah. So
Llama,
and then
llama,
we got like
llama,
we got super stoned
llama.
on this beach. And it was cool, man. It was cool. Like, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing first time, like Mike, but I wasn't as bad as Mike. Oh my gosh.
I still never smoked weed. He's referring to the time where I took two edibles and then I got sick.
See, but that's the thing with edibles. That's the sidebar. Edibles. People fucking treat edibles like, oh, this is, give me another shot. I ain't feeling this shit. And then you drunk as fuck later. Edibles, like, listen, you continue to peak as you digest that shit. So anyway, we got stoned, and then like we just rode the ferry back. And I don't remember like most of the day. I know we were just like on the beach and we were doing like nothing. Like, I think there was like a volleyball game going on with like some group or something. And we were just like kind of off to the side. And then we rode a ferry back, and it was like these two like French girls there. And then I was like too stoned to like say anything. And then we just
and then
went
he
home.
was like, why am I married? Look at these
mad,
French
right?
women.
Come
Why am
on,
I married
right?
now?
You may or may
That's a
not have
different
been
story.
married at this time.
I was. But it was an interesting thing, because the next time I got stoned, it was like without Steve, when Steve had left, it was like a bad trip. Like, I did it too much, right? And like I decided to leave my apartment, which is a bad idea. And it was during the umbrella movement, right? So during that time, the streets were blocked off in like Hong Kong, and all these protests would just spring up out of nowhere. And I went on the street, and it was literally like 500 cops. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I had called one of my friends, and I was like, dude, I don't know where my phone is. I was like, I called you because I can't find my phone. And he was like,
you didn't call it on your phone.
Yeah, no, I called on my fucking phone. I just didn't know where it was.
He called on his phone to tell his friend he didn't know where his phone is. His friend's like,
headphones in.
Get yourself some help.
Yes, I had headphones in. And then I had my phone in my
So glad you answered. I don't know where my phone is.
Thank you. It was like, where are my glasses? They're on top of my head. But anyway, it reminded me of having a spotter. It was like, so I was like, if that would have happened to me my first time, like without Steve, I would have been lost in that fucking island probably until today, you know. Like, it's a bad idea. So said all that to say, Mike, don't do that again alone. Get you a spotter.
All right, yourself, Steve.
Steve, I was saying, I said, when do you do something like that alone? Like your first time getting drunk. If you getting drunk alone, you got a problem, right? If you try, let's say you try cocaine. If you try cocaine, but that's not your first time. You know what I mean? You never get in a car for your first time alone.
You're gonna drive the car by yourself before you learn how to drive.
You're gonna learn you're gonna learn from people, right?
So, all right, now hang on. I want to hear Steve's side of the story. What's your take?
All right, so the one distinct thing I remember, and like I'm gonna say it, and it's not gonna be as suspenseful as it was in this moment. But we were on the metro home, and Anton. So we're high. I mean, we're just like, I don't know, looking around or something, doing whatever you do when you're high. And I make eye contact with this guy, like down the metro. And what he does is he pulls his shirt tight. And what I can see is this outline of a gun in his waist.
Oh, yeah. I remember you told me that.
Yeah. And I didn't tell you at the time, but man, I was losing my mind. I was just like crumbling inside.
That's crazy. Because like guns are illegal in Hong Kong.
I was terrified.
That's fucking scary. Just looked at a train, the guy just like, yeah bitch.
Hell yeah. Hey, good for him.
Go.
Good for him. Personal protection.
Got this goddamn Trump tier. Anyway, and then after that, I became a pro. I'm a professional now.
Wow.
I have another friend, Steve. I got to introduce you to my boy Kyle. Woo, Kyle is like on a whole nother level. I'm talking. We call it blunt o'clock when I hang out with Kyle. Like, what time is it?
I want to hear Mike's story. Mike, what happened to you? Anton told me.
Yeah, what happened, bro?
You tried to do a podcast.
Okay,
so these edibles to a podcast.
Okay, so I've never done any drugs my whole life. Like I've drank alcohol.
You still haven't.
I drank alcohol, and then I've had I never smoked any, nothing, no cigarettes, nothing. Like I've been,
alcohol is not a drug.
I was an actual athlete. I was an actual athlete. So, and even up until 21, I didn't really drink for real. So I was like a pretty good kid for the most part. Whatever, fine. All right. So finally, I live in Colorado, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna try these edibles. So I was drinking, and I took 5 milligrams, and nothing really. I was just extra drunk, is what it felt like. Like I drank a lot. And my face got a little numb, and I was like, oh, that was whatever. So then that was of this thing called sativa, maybe. Anyways, so then I maybe did another one of sativa without any alcohol, and it wasn't, and it was hardly anything. Maybe felt
this
like
guy
tipsy.
Was drinking and
anyways,
edibles at the same time.
Just hang on.
First time.
My first time. Okay, so then we had a podcast night, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do 10 milligrams of indica. It was something different. And then
he said, I'm gonna double my dose, something new. I'm gonna do it in an environment that I shouldn't do it, and I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. He thought he would maximize his personality or something. He thought he would be extra funny. He thought all these great things would happen.
So the whole time, Hannah's looking at me and I'm watching Hannah looking at me.
Being weird as hell.
And I'm starting to feel sick. And then I told Anton, I was like, Anton, this is what I did. And right now I'm like, am I supposed to feel nauseous? And Anton's like, you could see he's like, oh, fuck, this is bad. Let me try and talk him down. He's like, man up, you'll be all right, man up. And I'm like, I'm feeling nauseous. So then I just went and sat in the bathroom for 10 minutes. They were just on the podcast.
He's like, I can't. I'm leaving. I'm going to the bathroom. And he's walks away.
So then I come back from the bathroom, and I'm like, I think it's getting worse. And Anton's like, oh yeah, you're peaking. You'll be all right in a second. Just man up. And I'm like, no, I am going to throw up here on this podcast. I felt terrible. I sat in the bathroom the whole, for about an hour. The podcast just ended. Everybody left. And then
me and Hannah was still here. We're still here.
No, at this point, we just shut it down because he wasn't coming back.
And then I just laid in the bed sick, basically. So I'm not impressed. I don't know what to tell you guys.
See, but this is my thing. Number one, I think it's really bad to take anything and sit indoors. I've done mushrooms, and it was on a 10-hour hike. Greatest fucking experience. Acid on a 5-hour hike. It's still doing activities and shit. You got to get outdoors. I don't know. I think Steve would agree with me.
Yeah, definitely. I've done these acid trips on the mountain as well. But the thing is, when you
amazing.
It's good.
What do you think, Steve, of Oregon decriminalizing all drugs?
I think it's a really interesting situation. You know how so there's a precedent for that in Portugal. And things went really well in Portugal. Like the rates of overdoses went down significantly.
It's very similar to like lowering the legal age of alcohol. Would you say, like, when you lower the legal age, you get less drinking? You know,
I think it becomes like less like stigmatized. You know, you're not like, oh man, I can finally get a beer. I'm gonna get super fucked up. No, you've been just
in countries that have the drinking age that are like 18, they have less alcoholism because it's not like, oh, I'm sneaking and doing something bad, you know. Yeah. Or maybe 18 is that age, is a really good age. Like, you're mature, you know. You can do a lot of things at 18. You should be able to drink at 18.
You can go to war. Gotta get a beer. Come on.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens in Oregon. I mean, that's a weird state. Oregon's super weird.
Yeah.
Always doing weird stuff up there.
Have you been to Oregon? I'm assuming you have, because you had to drive through there to get to Washington, right?
Yeah, I've done that drive down the coast, Highway 101, Highway 1. And so, I mean, Oregon's really beautiful.
Oh, it is. It's like so beautiful.
Yeah, it's so nice. But the first time I went to a gas station, that was weird.
Yeah, because they pump your gas in Oregon.
That's right.
Oh, they still do full service?
Yep.
I forgot to do that.
It's a little emasculating. I'm like, I can do it. No, it's my job. Like,
then you gotta tip the guy, right? I was like, oh,
you don't have to.
I feel obligated. It's like the people who deliver my Amazon Prime. I'll be like, oh, just leave it outside. That way I don't have to tip them. Oh, I'm taking the shit. Like, they just leave it alone. It's Target. Just put the shit down, lady. Like, trying to hand me the bag. She got it all up her arm.
Motherfucker, if you order from Whole Foods as often as you do, you better give these dudes a tip. You're a high baller.
No. See, this is my thing. Number one, tipping is nowhere else in the rest of the world. Steve, do you tip in Germany? It's called service charge. Service charge.
The thing is, though, the customer service here in Germany is so bad.
Yeah. So look, that's the caveat. That's the caveat. It's the same in Asia. It's the same in Asia. You get like the fucking service charge, but it's shit service. It's like, whatever, bitch. Eat your food. Hey, excuse me. Hey, sir. All right. So this is something I learned when I was in Asia. You got to raise your hand when you sit down, or nobody's gonna come to your fucking table. Imagine that, like your first time, like, ooh, I'm in a local restaurant, I'm about to eat what they eat. All right, cool. Like, I'm just sitting, and then I see somebody come in and they go like, and I'm like, oh, I gotta raise my fucking hand. Okay. And then the man come over and he's like, yeah, what you want? I'm like, shit, okay. Like,
they didn't put a sign up. Could you put a sign up for the tourists?
It's just what everybody know. Like, Steve, am I lying? Am I lying? Yeah.
But here in Germany, you go order a beer or something, they just like throw it at you. Here's your beer. Clean up after yourself.
Here's your beer, bitch. Wipe off your table. We got other customers paying.
That's right.
And you're like, I'm so happy that I don't have to tip. Tipping is controversial, man. It's rooted in, like, you know, racism and stuff. It comes back to like the porters in Chicago. Yeah. A long history of racism and tipping. The porters in Chicago. So if you're a porter, it was a really good job post-war. Fact check me on it. I'm a school your ass.
He's
overconfident. I grew up in that area in Chicago, so I know about it. Hey, listen. All right, first. All right.
Should have worn shorts though.
All right. So this is how we. When you say defund the police, what do you really mean? It's a bad slogan. So here's what we can do. So anyway, porters, they are men who ride the train, long journey trains. So you go from Chicago to New Orleans, right? And these are typically Black men who used to be, you know, they fought in the war, and then after the war, this is a really good job to get. And you are anywhere from a mechanic. You have multiple jobs. You're a fucking mechanic. You cut hair. You serve food. You cook. You're security. You do fucking everything, right? And so whoever owned, you know, I don't want to say like anti-Semitic shit about like Rothschilds and like, you know, conspiracy theories, but whoever fucking owned the trains, it was different
Semitic.
guys.
My job here is to correct his grammar. Semitic.
Right? So anyway, like motherfuckers that got the trains in like St. Augustine and they don't charge people and stuff. So you ride on a train, you're a rich white dude, and you're supposed to tip the porter, right? For the ride. So the guy who you worked for offset that on to the riders. And you would be black in this time in which it wasn't so popular to be. And people would be like, I could just get off the fucking train. Hey, good job. Thanks, Tom. And just be like, fuck you. And then you would get back to Chicago and then you weren't paid your week's wages. So it was like this offset, like Hannah owns the train, right? Hannah's supposed to pay me. And Hannah goes, but you're going to make a shit ton in tips. So I'm not going to pay you 1,000 for the week. I'm going to pay you 400 because you're going to make 600 in tips. Then you don't make your 600 and then I get back and then Hannah don't pay me. That's basically how they were fucking people. And then this tipping thing became this culture of supporting the salary of a service worker. Like, I don't agree that you could legally pay somebody $4.19 an hour because she's a fucking server, and you expect me to offset her salary when she doesn't deserve it. Maybe she's having a bad fucking day and she had bad fucking service. She doesn't deserve it. I think everybody starts at 10%. And that shit can go up and it can go down.
Hang on.
All right?
That's a good option, but let me bring
and
this
my
full
dollar
circle.
is like, well, when I leave a dollar, it's like you did a
He's
fucking.
still gone.
Hang
You
on,
gotta
hang
get it out.
Hang on. Let me bring this full circle.
Go
So
ahead.
my grandma's a beautician, and
Yeah.
and since I've been a child, she's had this sign up that says tipping is not a city in China.
That is some shit. So, but that is the bad culture. It's like, all right, so what about this? Why? So I understand with food service and bartending and shit like that, but this is my point. If you're in food service, you're paid, your salary is to bring the food to my table. That's why you are paid. Take my order, bring food to my table. Why do I have to pay you extra for doing your job? Same thing if I get out of a taxi, I don't have to give him extra money. I give him the fucking tip of what? In hair service, why didn't your grandma charge what the fuck she's supposed to make? She charged 60 for the haircut, but she really want to make 75, why don't she just charge 75?
Because tipping's not a city in China.
That's hilarious. Yeah. But anyway, I have I understand. I had this argument with a friend. He's like, yeah, but my mom's a server. I'm like, well, so you're biased as I am, on a different level. Like, I don't think I should be obligated to tip you based on the fact that you work here. That's what you're supposed to do. Or in the fact that like the whole thing, when you walk into a cafe and they slide that bitch around you and they be like, no obligation here. I'd be like, none at all. I sign in zero, bitch. You just made my coffee. You made an espresso. That's what I paid for.
Hey, that coffee culture is really strange, though.
Yeah,
you're gonna make an espresso and try to get a tip?
That's what they fucking do. I'm like, what's up? That's an espresso. It's a $3 coffee. So what you want, 30 cents? Clankety clank, bitch. There you go.
So I bartended when I was in Seattle.
All right,
what I did to get around this is I would just get people super, super drunk. Like, oh, you want a drink? You're gonna get a drink. And then after people have a drink, people feel good.
Yeah.
Hey, their wallets open up.
I think that's different though. But like I go back and tip the bar, like when we used to go to bars, where I'm like, yo, these drinks are slapping. Like, go tip him. Like, because they water your shit down. I never go to her as a hot bartender. I'm like, that she don't make fucking drinks. She's just here for you to spend money. Fuck that. Give me the greasy, like, fat dude with the ponytail. Like, he makes drinks, okay? That guy can make a Long Island. Anyways, so you didn't drink at all in India, by the way, unless you drank that fucking, what they drink? It's not Red Stripe. That's
Kingfisher.
Kingfisher. That is the shittiest piss water I've ever drank in my life.
What is that? It's supposed to be beer?
Oh, I always say this about
it's supposed to be beer.
Listen, tropical places suck at beer. You know why? Beer is for cold culture. That's why I think Eastern Europe makes beer great. Germany,
Wisconsin.
There's no fucking bad. Yeah, exactly. There's no bad beer in a cold climate. Hot climate, they'd be like, bitch, we was at the beach. We not fucking brewery. What? Just drink this piss. Like, whatever. Like, all local beers. Try me. Local beers at, what's the one in Thailand?
Chang.
Chang. Horrible. horrible. It's fucking piss. It's just
They got those
piss
cool
water.
elephants though. They got a good brand.
Cool elephant, a little lion, or griffin on the bottle, or what the fuck ever.
Wait a minute. Are we breaking down society right now?
Don't go to a tropical place. Don't go to vacation and drink beer.
Why
just drink straight alcohol?
Bring your own beer.
Rum. Because they drink rum and.
But why?
Like,
is it the fermentation process?
I think it could be dealing with the fact that it's an indoor process. Rum is like an old school, like it's really simple.
I don't think that's correct, Steven. What's your take, Steven?
I would think the processes.
All I know
good beer takes a long time. Really good process.
A long time. Yeah,
it does. Okay,
sucks.
Let's get Steven's opinion on this.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to give my opinion. I'm just going to tell you what happened in India. So I was at the university in India, and I'm in this like small village called Sonipat, and it's like a small village, but there's 3 million people. Anyways, it's a village.
That's a small village. That's a small
villages
city in China.
are like
20 million.
Just spit out his beer. Swallow.
Villages are really conservative in India. It's not like it's not the big city. So this university was completely fenced in, and they were like, "Okay, don't go outside of the university walls unless you're like accompanied by somebody." But the kids, they're like from rich upper class India, and they want to have a good time, just like regular bourgeois Americans or whatever. So they're like, "All right, Steven, come on, we're gonna go get some beers. We're gonna leave campus to get these beers because you can't get beer on campus, obviously." So what they do is they go down the street, and there's this like guy who's in like this shed. You just give him like $4. And he's like, "Here's a Kingfisher." And I'm like, "This isn't fucking Kingfisher, but I'm going to drink it because I don't know where else to get beer."
Wait, it was like bootleg Kingfisher?
I mean, it's like Kingfisher on the label, but bro, everything in India is bootlegged,
Yes. Dude, they reseal water bottles, man.
Oh, it's nasty.
Shit is crazy.
They reseal those.
Yeah. Shit is real. Look, I watched Slumdog Millionaire and then I went to India and I was like, you know what? That shit was right. That shit was right. Listen to me. When I went to all right, so this is what happened. Do you remember the scene? I'm assuming everybody's here seen that movie, Slumdog Millionaire, right?
I have not.
All right, so there's a scene. I'm gonna spoil.
Look at him getting hot over there. Movie man, he's getting hot.
No, I'm not. I watch good American films. So there's a scene where they're like burning this kid's eyes out because he'd make like $2 more an hour begging on the streets if he was blind, right? So they take this kid, fucking, knock him out, and then now he's like a blind beggar. And like there was a kid that was like disformed and such. I'm at the Taj Mahal. We're leaving to get on the van, and something like grabs the bottom of my like pants leg, and I look down, and I shit you not, it was like a human spider. It was like a kid whose like hips were broken to the point to where he couldn't stand upright anymore. He can only crawl like a spider. But you think you crawl like a bear. You don't crawl like your shit isn't like split. Like it was insane, and that was like the scariest thing I've ever seen. And then
what'd you do?
Like, I just fucking like almost kicked him like, get the fuck, what the fuck is like my teacher's like, come on, this way. Sorry. And then it's this guy who like opened my window on the van and like tried to like hand me a t-shirt of the Taj Mahal. I'm like, I don't want it. I closed the van and he just like punched the window. I'm like, these motherfucking guys are aggressive here. Y'all better chill out. I don't want this bootleg shit. I want a real Kingfisher. Damn. So bootleg Kingfisher. That's shitty beer, man. That's worse. I don't know if it probably tastes worse.
What it tastes like.
I mean, like, why you put a bunch of water in a shitty beer?
He probably did this. It was real Kingfishers, right? And then some of them were like knockout, so he diluted it, right? Yeah.
$4.
Damn. Yeah. All right. So the best beers you had in Germany, the best beers you have, and what don't we know about beer in America? Like, it's too cold.
To be honest, I like IPAs, so I miss these. I miss American beer. I know.
Are you crazy? You don't like
Hefeweizen? I went to Seattle. They're just drinking all these craft beers there. Come on. But yeah, here in Germany, they're drinking like they call them Weiss beers. So they're just like regular wheat beers.
Yeah.
Like, Helles is the dark beer, and then like Dunkel. There are 3 types of beers here in Germany: Weiss beer, Helles, Dunkel. I mean,
Vice would be my shit, man. I love a wheat beer. A good wheat beer. Oh my gosh.
yeah, they're nice, bro. I mean, you gotta come
Orange
over here
wheat,
for Oktoberfest.
amber. I know. We've been talking about it. I'm serious, dude. 2021. Come on, Mike. Let's go. Coronavirus, COVID. After the election, you won't hear about it.
So you see Anton in a suit right now. You think you'd see him in some lederhosen?
Man, I'll get up in that, whatever that is. What is that? Like some German, some
skirt. It's a kilt.
Yeah,
suspenders and shit. What instrument do I play? I got wooden shoes.
All these different European stereotypes together.
That's all I know. I don't want to get too far. We gotta get canceled.
I don't give a fuck. Cancel.
Oh my
cancel.
gosh.
You can't cancel something that's just starting out. Like, good luck.
Mike's drunk.
Yep. Uncancelable.
You
can't cancel what don't make money yet or nothing.
We have too much diversity on this podcast to be canceled. We just call out. Just pull a race card. I write a lengthy ass, really well blog post. I submit that shit to the New York Times. There you go. Oh my gosh. Hannah, you got any questions for Steve?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I was supposed to prepare something, but I didn't. I forgot.
Hannah's always unprepared for some reason. Every podcast she comes in sideways or upside down.
I do. It's because it's on my phone.
Just fix it before orientation.
I forget till I see myself.
She's like, hey, why are you guys upside down? No, Hannah, you're upside down.
Hannah's doing handstands on the call. Jesus.
Hey,
my dog's snoring in the background.
What time? It's
Mike, what time is it there?
It is 9:48. It's drunk o'clock. I'm almost done.
O'clock.
12%.
I was
Do
wondering.
you have anything you have to do today?
Yeah, what do you got going on later?
He's off today.
I have this podcast to do. I'm working.
That's right.
I got a whole ass job interview after
Yeah,
this.
but you're gonna be done and the whole
I gotta
day's
take a
ahead of you.
practice
What's
day.
your plan?
Hey,
Take
Steven,
a nap, drink some more beer.
Steven, this is just so you know. To edit the podcast, it takes like 4 to 5 hours. Look at how inconsiderate these people are being. You don't have anything to do. I gotta edit the podcast. It's gonna take 4 hours. I gotta watch this again.
Okay, yeah, I know it takes a long time. You don't usually edit it the same day. When have you ever done that?
And all you can do, Hannah, is
Never.
be prepared. All we ask is you be prepared. All right, she got to do
Listen,
nothing
you
else.
need me. You need me to make this.
All right, Hannah doesn't have a question. I got a question for Anton. Because I listened to you guys' podcast.
Hey.
Perfect.
And I heard this story about Anton training this old lady.
Oh fuck.
Staring
You
at
had
the
to
ceiling.
like look in through her window and she saw her blink.
She's okay now. She's
okay now?
awesome.
Yeah, we check up on her. We try to
Yeah.
every episode.
Yeah,
Y'all didn't talk about it?
We just let that shit ride, man. That's how people do. Look, what I've learned.
Yeah, we wanted him to ask her about it, but he didn't want to ask her.
No. See, this is what I've learned from like wealthy people. Is like they like to save face, so you don't embarrass them. You know, you just let that shit ride. You're like, yeah, you was drunk as fuck, passed out, throwing up, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
All right, so you're still trying to get that money.
Hey, she is all good. I'm like, live your life.
No, we were worried. He didn't have very many concerns at all.
I was pretty sure she mixed some things like Mike that day. And instead of getting up to do her session, she just stayed her ass in bed like Mike should have.
Instead of clocking in and say it's not good, I'm gonna go. She just didn't show up.
Look,
Anton and Hannah, what did y'all think when Mike didn't come back?
Man, I checked on him. I was
We
thinking
did.
of,
We
like,
checked
that
on, but
scene.
I don't think he texted me back till the next day. So
It was like that scene in Scarface when his friend tries the cocaine to see how good it is, and he's like, like, I can't feel my face. I can touch it. I know it's there, but I can't feel it. He's like, damn, that's some good shit. Wrap that up. We're gonna take 2.
God damn, like, what did y'all think? You just kept talking for 10 minutes. Mike's not coming back.
well, he left one time, and we're like, "What the heck?" And then like he came back, We're like, dude, are you okay? Like, whatever. He's just like, I'm just not.
No,
Yeah,
they
the
did not
scared
ask me
puppy
if I
look.
was okay. They were like,
Yeah,
oh,
knew how to
look
function.
at
You
you,
don't know.
fucking
We were
dumbass.
not making fun of you. We were like,
No, we were concerned. We were
put on-
concerned.
I
You
put
were
on-
also
Anton was like, do you jerk off the first time? Do you jerk off by yourself the first time? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, everybody jerks off by themselves.
No. I was like, that's the only thing. That's the only thing you do by yourself.
Do you learn to drive by yourself?
I was genuinely concerned. I put on my white suburban mom voice. I was like, Michael, is everything okay?
No,
You never
fucking
said that.
didn't.
All right.
I'm about to post the video
Are
just
those
to show
happy tissues or sad tissues?
Hannah was like, that's what you get. That's what you get for being a dumb
Hannah
fuck.
was
No, I
bashing.
did it. I
Hannah
never
was
said
like,
that.
now I can get everything out I've been wanting to say. Fuck you.
So Hannah has a Hannah
With
and
your
I.
bitch
So
ass.
Hannah was
I
my
didn't say any of those things.
Hannah was my athlete and then my assistant. So like she only knows me as a big dickhead. So like
She was like, pay back
No
some
compassion.
motherfucker.
yeah.
Motherfucker.
It's like, fuck you. Remember when you told me that I should run on my leg when it was broken? Fuck you, bitch.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
You
That's
broke your
true
leg?
though. That
You
did
broke your
happen.
leg and he tells you to run? What a
Hannah
dick.
had a stress
What a
fracture in her
What
femur.
a
Her
dick.
femur.
Yeah, he
Biggest
tried
fu-
to tape it up with
Strongest,
KT
biggest
tape.
fucking bone in your leg. Arguably
I
your body.
Anton, Hannah, tell the
This
story.
motherfucker put tape on a bone.
Anton,
Tape on a bone. That's the Puerto Rican
I'm like,
shit. That's the
My
Puerto
leg
Rican
hurts
side
so
coming
bad,
out.
like I'm limping,
Just
like
put
I'm
some tape on it.
man.
Because
He's
it wasn't
like, let's
bleeding.
just go run.
You
I
can't
think
go
it's
to the
gonna get better.
hospital
Let's see if it
because you
gets
weren't
better.
bleeding.
Yeah, no blood. He can't see any problems, so he doesn't think
Put
there's
some
a.
tape on it. Put some
I'm
tape
like,
on it.
It hurts inside my leg, like deep inside my leg.
Bro,
like
I've seen,
pain.
listen to me. I've seen a girl clip the steeplechase and break her fucking femur, bro.
she
And I was
wasn't a
like, she
steeplechaser.
had- I was
She
like,
wasn't
she
a
had stress
steeplechaser.
fracture. She was a little heavier than she should have been doing for steeplechase.
I wasn't
Steeplechase
jumping,
is
but
a
I
very
feel that.
proprietary
All right,
race.
let's tell this story. Steven, check this out. So, all right, so Hannah's telling the truth. I was like, hey, let's take a week off and then let's try and run on it. And she's limp, and I put KT tape on it, and she's limping, right? So we go to this. I'm like, all right, something's bad. Let's
He
go to the
tapes
doctor.
it up. He does a structure he made up around the kneecap, up the side. Like, all right, here we go. I guess new
She's
shoes.
still limp. So then listen. So then we went to the doctor, and the doctor did an X-ray, and then the doctor came to me, and he was like, it was like me and the head trainer. He's like, hey, so we're gonna send you to an oncologist because she might have cancer. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then Hannah's she's my athlete at the time, you know, so we don't have like, there's no socialization, you know, so then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take you to the doctor or whatever. So because it was like not good, right? So I'm like stressed, and she's like, why are we going to an oncologist? I'm like, that's just who they sent us to.
I just said we need to see
I'm
a
like,
specialist. No reason.
What
No
do you
reason. We just
mean?
need
You
a
know what
specialist.
an oncologist does? I'm like, what were you gonna tell me we're going to an oncologist? You're gonna wait? You're gonna wait it out? Why
then
are we
the-
doing this? I'm like,
So
we're
then
going to
I'm-
the cancer doctor.
he like,
I'm like,
listen,
oh
They need
my
to
God.
check. They need to check your lady parts. That's all. You be all right.
So
Everything
then
will be fine.
I'm sitting with the doctor, and the doctor's like, listen, we got two options. One, we can biopsy her bone and then drill a hole in it, and then she'll be out for like 2 months or
Ever.
plus.
Ever. Never
And then
run again.
You're right. And then, or we could wait, and then if it gets worse, then like we can wait, and then we'll know if it's cancer. We'll rescan it, and if it gets worse, we'll know it's cancer. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, this is the question I asked. I said, okay, if we wait a month, like
Can I put tape on it?
This is after the tape.
I'm like, if
The
we
tape
wait,
didn't work.
So you saying the tape isn't working that she has on right now? Because I just put a brand new strip, and that shit is expensive. All
I
right,
brought
that
this
KT
nice
tape
KT
is fucking expensive. She's getting really good blood flow because it's lifting the skin. Fuck that
I said, if we wait a
Fucking
month, like, is that detriment? Like, can the cancer advance that much? You know? And he was like, well, like, no, not really. It'll advance, but not enough that it would be. I'm like, all right, well,
They're
wait.
like, she's gonna lose this leg, but I mean, like, you know,
It won't metastasize in a month. All right, we're good.
I'm like, all right, let's just leave the doctor. And for a month, we don't know if I have cancer or if I just have a stress.
Wait, what do you tell her when you leave?
Hannah,
I
you
met
tell
the
us that.
doctor too.
I'm assuming they're telling you both, right? Hannah, you bawling your eyes out.
Listen, he acting crazy. He acting like he made all my medical decisions for me. You're not my. I'm over 18 and you're not my parent. This is not how.
How did it go?
He told us both, and then we were like.
So Hannah, okay, so what you guys don't know is Hannah didn't used to speak. So like she would like look,
that's true.
And I would ask the question, and then she would look, and then I would ask the question.
Okay, but at the end, he didn't make the decision. I made the decision.
Right.
We might have discussed the decision.
I just asked.
You did ask the questions, but you didn't tell the doctor that we're gonna wait.
So Hannah, were you in the middle? You were like this.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean? It's 50-50. You either have cancer or a stress fracture.
So wait, how did it come to having a stress fracture? That's fucking huge. That's malpractice. We suing. I'm ready.
Wait, we should. We gotta go back. Is it too late?
No, it's not. What is the
7 years?
Anton, Steve, this motherfucking dude who first initially sent us to the oncologist.
Yeah, it was the other doctor.
Yeah, I fucking hate that dude. Like,
never treated an athlete in his life.
Oh my god! Like, I have so much bad to say
like
about
Santa
this dude.
Claus.
Oh, it's no. He was like no. He was like
drunk. Wasn't he was like drunk?
He was like drunk.
In the door, like swung the door open, like tripped over a chair.
Traumatic.
He might have popped too many edibles before doing your surgery. He's like, I'm a man this shit out.
Who the hell are you?
He told her to stretch it. I was bad, but he told
her to stretch it. The bone?
You think tape is bad? Try stretching a bone. You know
what? Stretching is really good, but it just doesn't work on bones. I'm gonna just put
it it's an answer to many problems.
So were you popping like calcium pills or some shit?
All right, so no, she took the time off, and then we wrote a training plan. I said, listen, this is my best story about coaching, because this person who's Hannah, she's like super motivated, super committed. Yeah. She'll do anything you ask, right? She just got a stress fracture in the biggest bone in her fucking body, right? Okay. So as a coach, I'm like, all right, let me sit down with this kid, because at this point, I'm like, who knows what the fuck's about to happen?
This is after we found out I didn't have cancer.
Yeah.
It was just a stress fracture of the bone.
So I'm like,
this is 1 month after.
So I just throw something out at her. I'm like, listen, if you do these things and you achieve these particular training goals, which are like fucking long shots, like training goals, I'm like, but if we progress there, you'll run this time, you'll run 36 minutes flat in the 10K and you'll qualify for nationals. This is like super long shot. Her PR at the time was what, 38 or 39 minutes or something like that.
38:30 or something.
38:30, but she had to run 2.5 minutes faster just to be like close to qualifying, right? So then what ends up happening is we change her form. She takes care of her body. She does all the things that are like on this, this thing we came up with. And then this chick runs 35:28, 30 plus seconds faster than the goal, and then barely makes it to nationals. It was the fastest year in the history of national championships. Runs 32 seconds faster than what the goal was, and then barely makes it in.
Yeah. Like if you were wearing that KT tape like a year before, you would have made it. Like, shit, we should have been wearing that sooner.
Ain't that crazy?
For real.
What'd you think of that, Steven? Crazy, huh?
Hey, made nationals and didn't have cancer. Way to go, girl.
I know. Things are really looking up.
Steve, I don't remember the day we met or like how we met. I just know it was through like weightlifting or something like that.
I think we are. I think
Who brought you. Did you come with Kevin? Like,
I think it was at the Kevin at the Arc. No, I think it was at the CrossFit gym, and you came to the CrossFit gym.
Oh yeah, no, I remember. I coached at CrossFit CU.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I was like, dude, you should come lift. Stop doing this CrossFit shit. Come lift. Then
went to the Marty's garage.
Dude, we had the craziest coach. He didn't believe in KT tape. He wasn't that advanced. But he was an insane old man. He was from a special time, and he cared nothing about anything in his life other than like weightlifting. And it's like, I've been there. Like, it's honestly, and I would say that Mike has been there, and you climb out of this dark place where like when you become a coach, if you are to be a good coach, if you want to be a good coach, nothing in your life matters other than coaching. Your kids don't matter. Your family don't matter. Your health don't matter. Your hygiene don't matter.
Cancer
like,
of your athletes' legs.
Only thing matters is KT tape and coaching. All right? Like seriously, that's my coach.
Steven.
Hey, Steve, do you know Marty was a lawyer? Had his own private practice?
You told me that. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
Our coach, who's a teacher, he's a GED teacher at a prison.
Ooh,
Damn.
Steven.
Lawyer.
Hey, let's talk about coaching for a second. Steven, have you heard that controversial like recording of Tom Cruise snapping on everybody about this COVID shit?
Yeah, he went off.
Yeah, I heard it. He's crazy.
I sent this to like 5 or 6 of my athletes and like my old assistant coaches. I was like, does this not sound like the way I used to fucking coach?
Yeah, oh, man. Hannah, is that true?
At times, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
He's like, he wasn't yelling at me because I wore my KT tape, but those guys,
okay,
they weren't listening.
Here's the deal.
They all got cancer. Here's the
deal.
What the fuck is going on?
When you're passionate about something like, and people are fucking up, like that's how it's gonna be to you. Like you're gonna act in ways that maybe you wouldn't in other situations because you're fucking passionate and you want them to listen. But the thing is, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, it's like you don't even feel that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody's yelling at you, you're like, oh, you ain't yelling at me. Like you're just yelling or whatever. You're cursing, but it ain't at me. But if you're offended, you're the motherfucking lazy dude or girl, whatever, that's fucking doing what you're not supposed to do. Like, fuck you. And then so my old coach, I had this one thing where I just went off on these kids. Like I went to a level like he said, I remember the day it was my birthday. This is my old assistant coach. He said, we were on the away bleachers. I took all the kids to the away bleachers so nobody could hear. And I was like, and then I went to Tom Cruise level. And then he said, you crucified them.
He said, you crucified.
That's what he said. He said, I'll never forget my birthday when you crucified them.
Oh my gosh.
Poor guy. Every year on his birthday, probably thinks about.
I was trying to understand what the fuck Tom Cruise is talking about.
He was mad. He was just mad. He was like,
mad
don't
because
you?
people
He
aren't
was like,
taking COVID
nobody
serious,
knows.
right?
He was like,
He's
don't you
mad, he's
understand?
yelling.
This shit is bigger
But
than you.
He started talking like movies are saving people's lives or something. Like we don't have Netflix. Like, bitch, your job is not essential. He was like, I'm out here doing this for the industry, bitch. You said it's all muffled. He was like, I'm like, the fuck is wrong?
He's got a mask on.
I'm like, I would have been the boom operator. Like, hey y'all, don't even trip. He a fucking Scientologist. Like, you know, he look at all that KT tape on his neck. Like, he ain't talking to me. I ain't offended. I got my mask on. Like, he went off. God. He's insane. But yeah, I think that's the essential to being to be a great coach. That's what you have to do. There's no other.
You just have to be passionate. Listen, okay, to this day, I have kids that I was like the dickhead dad, like the dad that's like, really? Is that what it is? Show me what the fuck it is. Is that what it is? Look at it. Show me. Tell me. You say, look at that. Is that a good grade? No, that's a D. Is a D a good grade? Is an F a good grade? You're telling me it's a good grade. You got a D or an F. And like, I went to like that dickhead dad mode. And to this day, they still text me and they're like, Coach, look at how good, like, not just that, but I had a kid that just texted me. It was like that I had several conversations about grades and that I thought back about like, man, I shouldn't have handled it like that. And to like literally yesterday, in here, guess who texted me? Hurdler starts first name with the D. He's got three grades that are A's in grad school. He said, hey, Coach, what do you think about these grades that I wasn't even supposed to be in grad school?
Damn.
He's getting A's and D's in grad school.
Time
yep. And I like
time.
Literally to his face, I was the dickhead.
School is
dad.
fucking easy. School is easy.
Yeah.
School is fucking easy. I never understood. I had no sympathy for athletes who were ineligible. I was like, first of all, you could go to your teacher and be like, yo, I got a competition this weekend. And they'd be like, cool,
listen, it's really hard for athletes that actually competed at meets, you know?
Yeah, right. Oh, bitch.
I'm just kidding. Time. Put your KT tape on.
Anyway. All right. So that kid is cancer free, is what you're saying. He's fucking alive. The rest of your team They're over there hooked up to dialysis shit. Fucking, why is he yelling at us?
Oh, shit.
Oh my God. There's a movie. It's free. It's on YouTube. It's called it's like is it The Unbelievable Bulgarians or The School of Champions or some shit like that? And it's
Wow,
like
it's completely different. Can we get a name on that?
I think it's Unbelievable.
Can we get anything
Bulgarians.
to Google?
Yeah, we'll find it. That's Hannah, you're supposed to be fact checking. Look at that up.
I don't even know where to start. You give me two completely different names. You don't even have a common word.
I think it's the School of Champions, Unbelievable Bulgarians. That might be the name of it. It's
all right. Just
movie.
start plugging in shit. Is that
It's
what
like
you're doing?
an hour and 30 minutes, but it's so
That's
sad. I got like
an hour and 30 minutes. 90 minutes.
So look,
Put
look,
that
look.
in there too. See if it helps.
I had took like some like concentrate, like right, and it's a lot different than edibles or like vaping and shit.
Concentrate.
Yeah, what's
they
that?
make weed in different forms.
Oh, the extra
Oil.
Like
strong.
dab
just-
or something.
Yeah, so I was taking
Got a
I was taking-
blowtorch.
So dab is all right. Dab is like if you had really hard like honey, Mike, and then you heated it. But then the amount of dab to be on the level that you were on is like that little pick scalpel that the dentist used to clean your teeth. Like whatever's on the tip of that.
You got to get a toothpick or something.
You will be fucked if you take more than that. Oh my gosh. And then they heat it with like a blowtorch. But like concentrates, that could be oils. So I had like oils. I was taking oil straight to the head, like 3 drops. Like I know my limit. And I watched that movie and I was so fucking sad because he was just like grilling them every day. These are like weightlifters in Bulgaria in like the 1980s.
The Unbelievable
Like-
Bulgarians, 30 minutes
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah. No, see, that's not it. It's another one. That's
That's
like a
not,
highlight.
that must not be it.
That's not it. That's
Hey, but
it's
one
another
guy takes a world record like 7 times or something.
Yeah, like fucking
Unbelievable.
Zlatan.
Like,
Yeah,
do it
he's like
again.
yelling at him again. Take it again. He's like lifting the world record in practice, and he keeps missing like the second part of the lift, and he makes him take it again. Every practice, the coach gave an hour speech.
All right, let's talk.
They had
about
3
that.
practices a day.
Hey,
Wait,
hold
they had
on.
3 practices
Okay.
a day, and
Wow.
he gave an hour speech after every practice.
All right.
You know,
It's like
go ahead,
sometimes.
Steve. Steven's trying to talk. What do you say?
Go ahead.
So I heard that they would load up some plates on like one side where the coach is at, like with more plates, the weight they were supposed to be doing, and less on the other side, and like go off center and lift it like that, something crazy like that. Mad.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean-
stupid shit.
Okay,
Those are-
so yeah,
those are
coaches
good
are crazy.
drugs.
So listen, my coach in high school used to fucking lie to us to like boost our confidence and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Or-
okay. You can do things like that.
Yeah, I lied my fucking
helps.
ass off sometimes. Yep, I'd be like, they wouldn't have any watches. I'd be like, like if it was fast, I'd be like, that was slow. We're doing another one, and then they'd run it again fast. All right, no, too slow. We're doing another one.
What do you mean? I ran
Yep.
so hard. I'm crying.
Yeah.
All right, so the movie is School of Champions.
Oh, God, you
School of
looked it up.
Champions.
All right,
Yeah.
champions.
You can tell, I'm opening up.
90
Bulgaria.
minutes on
School
YouTube.
of Champions, Bulgarian weightlifting documentary.
Because the
One of the
mind
greatest
is
documentaries I've ever seen.
the mind is as
All right,
Arnold
we'll
said,
put it in the podcast notes for our viewers.
Put that
the
in there.
mind
note
is
to that.
the mind is stronger than the body. Arnold
It
Schwarzenegger.
is. It is. Especially if you're on steroids. Especially
Yeah.
if you're on
Steven,
steroids.
did you do any sports or any like Anton? A lot of Anton's friends are sports guys. Are you just an educator?
Nah, I played soccer in high school. And then I started doing I played soccer for the club team at Indiana University. And then
nice.
I switched to CrossFit. And then I met Anton and just started doing weightlifting. And then it kind of comes full circle. So I moved here to Germany, and they've got like clubs all over the place. Like you walk down the
Playing
street.
football again.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty
Hey,
cool. Got to meet some
That's
people.
awesome.
Does
man.
your wife support you doing rolling around with dudes or what?
Yeah, she encourages it.
Yeah.
Get out, meet some guys.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, today I heard Joe Rogan say, feminists just want to be gorilla fucked, but they all want to be gorilla. He said they all want to be gorilla
Whoa.
fucked.
That's a big
Not-
generalization, Joe.
Yeah, he might have taken a hit on that one. I don't know.
Yeah. I want to understand where he's coming from, but I'm not getting behind that.
He's like they want a man to be sensitive and understand his emotions, but they still want him to gorilla fuck.
I would
Honestly,
say I would say in my experiences, that has been accurate. But only in my experiences. Only in my experiences.
Hey, he might be projecting. He might be projecting, you know?
He could be. He could be.
I want to get gorilla fight.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't think a man could be a feminist, by the way. I always debated with this idea of like being a feminist. Like a man can't be a feminist. Like I can be an ally.
All right, this is good. Germany's ran by a woman. What's different, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. What is a feminist?
I don't know. Someone who.
Yeah, maybe we should get a
Yeah, Hannah, this is your turn.
I mean, this is the closest. You're the closest person to being accurate. You know, all I got is put KT tape on, and then. You know.
Hey, Mike and I both have long hair. I know you can't see, but we'll go after you, Hannah. You go first.
I don't know if I can. I feel like we should maybe just get a definition from the World Wide Web.
No, we're saying from your point of view.
Oh, my point of view.
Would you say you're a feminist? Yes or no?
I don't consider myself a feminist.
But your whole family is in support.
But I feel supportive of feminists, I guess.
So you're an ally of women. You support women.
I could be an ally for women.
And driving.
Yeah. A shoulder to cry on. I see you.
He's like, yeah, women drive in this country. Women drive in this country. What?
Okay, Hannah, this is a good question because your family's like.
You do something with your hair though. It's hard to talk to you like this.
I'm trying to figure out which band are you in right now. Like,
like one of those where the hair's like stuck to their face with sweat, and they're like greasy.
Like one of those people who like just grab.
Does my hair look greasy?
It looks a little bit either wet or greasy. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe you've had it in the bun for a couple days.
It's greasy.
Can you put it back?
Let's just put it that way. It's greasy.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Hannah, why don't you like my hair?
Because it's weird. You look weird right now. I'm sorry.
So Hannah's definitely not a feminist because she's judging
I'm not.
on your femininity. All right. So a feminist would be what in your definition, Hannah?
Feminist, I think. I don't know. I'm no expert. I believe they're just like all about like women's rights all the time. I think they usually get angry.
That is a perfect soundbite for like. So, what do you think a feminist is? You know,
he's a hater.
Vaginas.
He's a hater.
Long hair. I mean, some guys have long hair.
Hey, actually, I think
hair back in the
hey, let's put it this way. Hey, Steven, have you heard of this in Germany? It's usually like Germans or Russians, I heard. They actually do Kegels and they'll have like a hole in their pants. They stick something up in their vagina and then they grip it and then they lift weights. They do squats and they lift it up. Does that happen in the CrossFit gyms over there?
Hey, I see that all the time. I walk down the street, go by the creek.
And
I'm just trying to go for a walk. Yeah.
Kegel squats.
I'm like, it's cold outside though. We're warming up. All right.
I find it hard to find out who's serious here right now. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, Hannah, I'm lost.
We're gonna cancel. We're gonna leave it ambiguous.
Yeah, but I don't think a guy could be a feminist. It's like me, like in LGBT, right? Like I'd have to change my sexuality in order to be what you are. So in order to support, I don't have to do that. So I can support.
So white people can't support Black Lives Matter?
Ally.
Nah, they're all just racist.
No. You can support Black Lives Matter.
Support, you can never be that.
You can never go out there and be like, oh, fuck it.
He's saying you can support being a feminist, but he can't be a feminist.
I can never experience what it would be like to be a woman, you know,
womanist.
Unless I, change my
womanist.
And then break all the fucking world records in weightlifting. And track and field. Bum ass athlete over here. I still roll like I probably roll everybody except for AG right now. I had to get in shape to get her ass.
It's too bad you still don't have those dreads. You could have pulled off like a Tracy Chapman, you know.
I could have been a fucking what's homegirl from South Africa, who's like she married to a chick, but ain't a chick, but is a dude.
Really?
What's her name? Come on. No,
she just beat the case. She just beat the case with all the Semenya Castor.
Yeah, Castor Semenya. She's like, I did good job today. I run 800. I make PR. I do 1500. I make PR. I do 5K. Same meet. Everything good so far. Coach
the only
says
thing
training
is
good.
She needs a better publicist. She needs a better
I run
Who's
4
in
by
charge
4
of her image?
split 49 is good, I guess. Coach said, yeah, not bad. Okay.
They had me mic'd up. I lean over and be like, "Hey, man, that bitch a man." Caster, run us through 2012. What were you thinking that race? Fucking, you see her?
She's like, I do good job. I run.
Yeah.
I run good.
But her case is different. Her case is different. She was born that way. She
Sure.
was born. And
She
her
was born that
parents
way.
made the
Lady
choice.
Gaga, get her in here. Born this way.
Right. A whole bunch of meat dress shit. She had meat all over her when she was born. So she was born that way.
Yeah, she was.
And her parents made the choice, right, for her.
I don't think that was I don't know the story, but
I haven't read that.
I just know. I know that she was a hermaphrodite, right? And she was
No, I don't think so. I think she's
right,
well,
I don't know
maybe
shit.
she's got
I don't know
internal
shit anymore.
testes.
she got lady balls on the inside.
Yeah.
And sometimes they allow you to like jump in your face and you're like, hold up. You wear your lady balls, but remember, you're still 2.5 times weaker than me. You better sit your ass.
Hey, Steven, you ever heard of Patrice O'Neal?
Who's this?
Okay, he's a comedian. He passed away, right? But he used to have this joke, this bit. He'd be like, ladies, think about what you would feel like if you could just spit a couple of eggs on some dude's face after he ate you out. He'd be like, fuh. You'd feel like the fucking king, just fucking, fuh. Take some eggs, put them on your motherfucking face.
So Patrice O'Neal is with Dave Chappelle, like with his crew. He would be well known for that. He was on the Chappelle show. Steve, I'm sure you've seen the Chappelle show.
Yeah,
and
come on.
And it was the player haters ball when they're roasting Rosie O'Donnell. And the guy it's a big fat black guy. He says, it looked like she wear underwear with dick holes in them. Like he's roasting Rosie O'Donnell. And then he goes, he looked like a broke ass iced tea. He keeps yelling that at him. That's Patrice O'Neal. He's fucking hilarious, man. His podcast or his
Chappelle show.
His show is.
You do something with your hair. You gonna leave it?
Oh my god! All right, I'm putting it in a bun again.
It doesn't look good. I'm saving you. Later, you're gonna watch this video for 5 hours and be like, "Damn, I wish I would have put my hair back in the bun."
All right, Steve. I want to know more about Germany because what I'm hearing is definitely a transatlantic accent coming from you that was a lot different than when I met you.
Oh,
is that right?
Yeah, I can definitely hear the difference
I don't know
in your accent.
I don't know where it's from. When I was in Seattle, people were always like, "Where are you from? What's your accent?" I'm like, Indiana.
Like, Indiana.
They're like, that's not what that
sounds
means.
like that. I ain't never heard the fucking Knights of Columbus. None of those KKK members sound like you. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Indiana's still a really conservative state, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't believe in the coronavirus, is what I heard.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Pence was the governor of Indiana. Come on.
Yeah. I think
it
has to do. Yeah, y'all don't know.
Wait,
I keep making Mike Pence jokes. Y'all don't catch my Mike Pence jokes.
Yeah.
Stay the fuck up on your fucking.
I didn't even listen
what
to
the hell?
Listen,
Only Steve has been catching my Mike Pence jokes.
I knew
Jesus
Pence
Christ.
was from there. I didn't know he was a governor. I thought he was maybe senator or something. I don't know.
I need a crowd with who is more aware of the issues. All right.
Is that an issue that Pence was a governor?
I picked the states where I do comedy. I ain't going to the South.
Maybe he was a mayor.
I need everybody here to be
Pete
college
Buttigieg.
educated.
Buttigieg.
Maybe he was a.
Was that Milk
Pete
movie
Buttigieg.
about him? That Harvey Milk movie is it about him or did it inspire him
Who?
at all? Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
Only Steve got that shit. Come on, man, stay up. He's an openly gay dude. Milk
Steve, let me talk. Steve, tell us about Angela Merkel. I want to know about her. What you got?
Oh yeah, tell us. What are your opinions of Angela Merkel, by the way?
Yeah. So from my perspective, she's great. Like she's been here for,
I think she's a badass.
For 20 years. Yeah, she's got a PhD in physics. She's been running Germany, the strongest country in Europe for 20 years, our whole lives basically.
Despises McDonald Trump, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not happy. It's super awkward when they interact for sure. But the people here, like you say her name and they're like everybody, like yeah, she sucks.
Like,
Wait,
that's
yeah.
bitch.
Oh, really? They're not a fan of her?
Yeah, well, you know, it all stems from like in 2015 when all the immigrants were coming in and she opened the borders. She was like, yeah, you guys can come in. And like
Where are they coming from? Greece or
they were coming through Greece, but I think they were coming through like from Syria. I think there was Syrian civil war there.
Yeah. It was like that image of that kid being washed up on the fucking shore, bro.
Yeah, how are you gonna say no? You can't come in. Like,
come on, man.
So so she opened up the borders, like a million people in, and since then there's been a lot of backlash to that. So there's a far right party called the Alternative for Germany, the Alternative for Deutschland, and that rose in the wake of that, and they're like. Yeah, it's really kind of.
Don't tell me that just please tell me that they're more creative than just regurgitating Hitler like shit. Like, tell me that they're better than that, right?
It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad, especially with. I mean, like Germany has dealt with their history in a way that like America hasn't with like slavery. They were like
they educated people about the Holocaust.
Yeah, they didn't try to push it under the rug or anything like that. But then to see a party come out that is spewing this anti-Semitic language, this nationalist like pride in Germany, it's really like kind of off-putting. But yeah, so that happened in the backlash to Merkel opening up the borders, and so it's kind of like a mixed response here. Like, you know, so she said she was going to step down, but then like coronavirus happened, and they couldn't really find a replacement for her, so she's kind of like stuck around. And you know how like at
she's
the
like
end,
an interim.
I mean,
in a way,
except for like 20 years or something. But so she said she was gonna step away, and then since then her popularity has shot up tremendously. It was like in Obama's like last year or something like that. Everywhere he went, everybody was giving him all the love.
Do you think it has anything to do with the McDonald Trump? Make her look good?
I mean, yeah. Sorry, Mike. Everybody talks shit about Trump, and it's all over the news. I'm like, y'all don't have your own news? Why y'all talking about Donald Trump? So,
yeah, he's the most popular person in the world.
Listen, all I said was that if he does end up receding and like, you know, leaving the White House, he's gonna win at the next election. Like, that's what it is. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, for whatever reason.
You put money on this again? You still owe me like $3 from the election. I won 3 big ass bets. Remember, Hannah? Remember I said Joe Biden is about to break all the motherfucking MLB records.
Wait though. Did you win or did his mom win?
I won everything. I'm going back to that fucking episode.
My mom won 1 out of the 3.
Too. I won all 3 though.
You got $2. I'll send you $1. He sent $1.
Yeah. I said Babe Ruth is not the greatest baseball player all fucking time. I was right. All right. Like I said, Sleepy Time Joe is gonna win all this shit. And way more. I said 290. My man got what? He got 313? 3 something?
Yeah, but his mom said 295, so she win because she get everything greater than that.
All right, I guess. She got that one. Slid in on me. I think I might.
You owe my mom $1, motherfucker. So I'm gonna give you $1.
Send me her phone number.
We'll send you $2. You send one back to her.
I'm a Cash App. Keep it real hood. I'm gonna send on Cash App. Not
Can
Zelle.
You send $1 on Cash App? Might be a minimum.
You can send $1 on Cash App.
What are we watching? What are you doing?
Is that $1? I thought I got $3.
No.
It better be $3.
Look at that dollar.
Tap that money. Click that finger. I want to see
$1.
You're sending him $1 now.
I just got a text message. My man, here we go. I'm gonna deposit that for you. Change your mind.
Get yourself some bubble gum. What can you get with that?
Request.
Hey, I'll send my mom $1.
It's only $1. It's only $1. I'm requesting.
No, you lost that too. I'm sending my mom $1.
Their transaction fee
I just sent him another request.
No,
I just sent another request.
Look at this request. I never done this before.
You read the message.
Look at this. $1 request.
Just press your finger. Press your finger. Put your face on it. Tap it and put your face in front of it.
I thought I was the only one drinking on this podcast.
What were the 3 bets?
He's vaping.
Pre-interview
vaping over there.
Listen, you and I tied. Anton, you and I tied.
I said Joe Biden would win. I said he's going to win by a landslide. And fuck, that looks like look, if he won on Hillary ass like that.
Let's talk about what this looks like.
That's somebody who's about to rob a gas station.
I'm about to run up in there. Wait till I put my mask on. He told me at the bank I had a mask, I had a hoodie, and I had sunglasses on. They was like, sir, could you take some of that?
Sir, we cannot give you your money.
I was
Keep
like,
walking.
I started
Find
with the
another
mask.
bank.
I was like, What? No, I'm kidding. All right, so I won all those bets. And Steve, I think the bets, if I can remember clearly, Joe Biden was going to win. Joe Biden's going to win by a lot. Joe Biden was going to win and Donald Trump was going to lose. That's basically what I won. It was 3 different bets that were the same. It was something like that. I said he's going to win the popular vote. It was going to be historic.
Popular.
We tied historic popular vote.
We tied it. You and I tied
no,
it.
81 million.
You and I agreed that Biden would win by the same amount that he did in the popular vote. Like our bets were the same on that.
Okay. We said 75 million, right?
I said Trump would win, so that's where I lost my $1. And then I said
you lost.
You
should
said,
lose everything.
Listen.
That's the whole election. You can't win. You can't win side bets if they don't win the game.
And then yes, you can. Absolutely, you can.
You can.
You have never bet before. Look at him. Talk to him. He's an expert over
I'm trying to get her to do some shit again.
Steve, can you bet?
These runoffs in Michigan.
In Germany, can you make bets on sports stuff out in Germany?
For everything. My friend bets on soccer all the time. He's betting on throw-ins and corner kicks. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so Steve, you'll like this story. I told this story before.
Fucking long.
All right, listen, you'll like this story, Steve. So I was like, I had gotten, let's just say, long story short, I got a betting app because I'm here in Colorado. So I was like, fuck it. It's like, it's legal. And there's a bunch of advertisements. Fine. So I was like, oh, fuck, the Heat are down 3-0. I'm like, they're definitely going to win, but they were projected to lose. And I was like, all right, who's the best guy on the team? Who's the second best guy on the team, on the Miami team? So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do a parlay because I saw this movie on Netflix that the dude from Adam Sandler was in, and he parlayed this bet. And I was like, fuck it. All right, I'm going to do a parlay. All right, cool.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
That movie to watch a fucking... I know exactly what you're watching. Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Great movie. Bad advice.
If you have anxiety, do not watch Uncut Gems because it'll fuck you up.
Do not watch that movie, bro.
All right. So anyway, so I do a parlay, like a 10-thing parlay. And then as I'm about to hit submit, it's like, hey, and I did a bunch of different bets, but it was like, if you bet $10, you'll win $900. And I was like, fuck it, $10. I'm fucking won $900 on a $10 bet. And exactly. And I'm like, I'm in the living room like, fucking score, like at the last
minute. Now you understand sports, right?
Hell yeah. I'm like, the only way to enjoy sports is to bet on them.
That's the only way.
I'm like,
it's like the second best way is to play it. And then the third best way is like maybe drink and watch. I don't know.
Exactly. Like, so play, drink, and bet. Like, you're on it.
Yeah.
Then your old boy from the MLB that got banned, he can't make it to.
Hey, what sports do they not play in Germany? Like, do they not have ice hockey?
No, they do have ice hockey.
All right.
They don't play baseball.
Ooh.
That's American as fuck.
Yeah, they play American football.
Oh.
I mean, soccer is the big one.
That's becoming really popular in China, which is weird.
American football?
American football is becoming popular in China.
Oh,
basketball is already more popular there than it is here.
Yeah, they love it there. Yao Ming,
all right, let's say, hey, this is deep. All right, y'all ready for this? All right, what are the chances? You ever heard of CRISPR?
Like a crisper in my refrigerator?
Nope.
Like they keep the
check it out. It's
vegetables
genetic.
going.
Hey,
gene editing or something, yeah?
Do you know what it is?
That's what I'm thinking. Oh, where you put the lettuce?
No, Steven's on it. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's DNA.
Yeah, Adam was like, well, you put the lettuce so it don't go bad, and you got to control the humidity with that little fucking thing. And it's like, well, you don't know what 9 humidity means or
Steve.
1. Is it more or less? Somebody, Samsung needs to fuck. I'm gonna watch that video on YouTube to figure out how to use my refrigerator.
Steven, what is it? Steven, what is it?
I think it's like gene editing or something like that.
Gene editing. And what countries are going to be the first to fucking gene edit?
Oh, China.
Fucking China, for sure.
Yeah, so, they're not waiting. They got people in line. They're not even waiting in line. They're like, you.
What's the first thing they're going to do?
Bigger dicks. That's
yes,
the first thing I would do.
Bigger dicks.
First thing, sacrifice it like, look at my son. This is the same size his dick is going to be when he's a 30-year-old man. We don't want to have any more children until we can fix this problem.
Look at Hannah right now. Look at Hannah.
I can't see his dick. Can you? Shit.
I got an Asian friend. I got an Asian friend, and she described me what a micro penis was, and I never heard that.
Lord. I need to ask my girlfriend later.
She's whack. Your friend's whack. I already know.
Experience a micro penis? She rolled her eyes and laughed, so it's a yes. You've had a micro penis. What's the size of a micro penis? It's like below average?
Exactly.
It has to be like it has to be like twice as below average. You know, you have to go like the poverty line is like twice below the average, right?
It's like I think what it might be is like when you go to a natural grocery store and buy a jalapeno. Not like the Walmart jalapenos, but like
I know what you're saying. You're like, wait, this organic? This all I get? I gotta pay more? This shit $4. I can go get them fucking genetically modified motherfuckers. Look, hey. Those motherfuckers y'all put in the field, put him in the field all day and whooped his ass. And you asking, how is he so strong?
I'm fucking dead. That is so.
How is he so strong? You whoop his ass for 400 years. He's in the hot sun. Of course he can do more push-ups than you. That's my only problem with CrossFit. I'm like, look, this is how you know CrossFit is for white people. Black people should be tearing that shit up. You mean to tell me you combine every sport that individually we are really good at, and we suck at CrossFit?
We just connected. Let's look at this timeline.
They're like, look,
right now.
no, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make that shit $200 a month.
Listen, we just connected micro penis with natural grocery organic jalapenos, and then we took that to slavery and then to CrossFit. That's what this podcast just did. That's the lineage of this conversation.
Hannah allowed all of it. Don't know how to define.
I know she's been pissed though. I've been looking at her.
She's not a feminist. She's not a feminist. So I've taken it. I need to take the jacket off. I'm just getting warmed up. Shit, I am hot as fuck.
Oh, look at that. It's a Zoom. We got 30 seconds left.
No way. We got
30 seconds.
We got way more.
Just
Hannah's
kidding.
trying to get out of here. Listen,
I'm just playing.
The session is going late. Tell us more about Germany, Steve, because I really want to go to Germany. I've only done a layover. I ate at a McDonald's where they gave me a piece of chocolate and a croissant, and I was like, "Am I in France?" Fuck.
Hey, okay.
That doesn't happen in Germany.
Yeah, it was at the airport in Frankfurt. They gave me a piece of chocolate between a croissant. I was like, I thought we was in Germany.
I'll tell you this though. In Frankfurt has the only Chipotle in all of Germany.
Wow.
Damn.
It hurts. It's like 4 hours away. I'm like, we're gonna take this trip Saturday, going up to Frankfurt to get this Chipotle.
Shit.
Damn.
So Germany,
Chipotle is decent the second time around too. You know, it's decent food.
Chipotle is decent. I miss Chipotle. I miss Chipotle. That's what I miss the most about America.
That's it. Chipotle. I love
Chipotle and Whole Foods, to be honest.
Bro, I can literally walk 6 minutes to the next Chipotle.
Oh God. What about Whole Foods you miss, Steven? Anton, just let him speak, please. I want to hear this.
I want to tell you, the grocery stores in America are just
trash.
The best. No, the best.
Really? Compared to Germany?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. All they eat here in Germany, meat and potatoes and beer. I'm like, y'all don't have vegetables? Where's the vegetable section? Yeah, you're like, not fair.
He's like, have you seen 1956 Olympics? We win.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what to say about Germany. Like, I moved out of the city, so I'm in like a village.
Nice. You say you're at the bottom of what fucking like mountain?
Yeah, the Alps.
Yeah.
The Alp range.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's what
how
like,
do you
separates.
So how do you start that shit? Like, when do you start? When do you start hiking? You know, different pieces of the trail and fucking dying up there from
like
elevation poison.
Yeah, right now it's too cold though. Like all the mountains have snow on them at this point, so I'm really looking forward to next season. But I mean, they're right there. I just like go down the street. And
that's fucking insane. I sent you guys the photo he sent me and like the coordinates. I was like,
yeah, I'm Googling the German Alps now. They look pretty nice, not gonna lie.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was really cool to get out of the city. I mean, like I've been living in the city for a while. Like you can definitely see a contrast. The cities, they're like really kind of unique. There's like a lot of energy to them. It's like a real hustle and bustle. Out here, people are just like, the next door neighbor, he's always just cutting wood. Do you have a job?
He's preparing. He's fucking preparing.
To be honest, he is preparing. Like the whole side of his house is covered with wood because
Smart guy.
that's how
he knows winter is coming. You don't. He's like, when we're snowed in, that fucking electricity is gonna cut out.
Like you're never getting to Munich. So.
All right, I'm gonna share the German Alps on my screen since I got it.
Yeah.
This shit.
You're in charge. That's insane, man. I bet the air is fresh as fuck.
You see it?
Oh,
can you see it?
God.
We love it.
Like she got blonde hair. This is the Aryan race right here.
Hell, oh my gosh. I see a Trump hat on the back of a backpack. Bag of hat.
And
God,
you know what's allowed us to do it is to be honest, coronavirus. Everybody's gone remote. So we can work from home. So
what's your profession?
So I'm a lawyer. And I do privacy law. So I actually work for a firm in Amsterdam. Basically, like my whole life revolves around marijuana. So no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I mean the privacy firm is located in Amsterdam, and I can do the work here from Germany, which is, yeah, I mean it's really great, and it definitely does present itself as a challenge as a foreigner.
Do you wear a suit when you jump on a Zoom call, or does it matter?
I put on a sports jacket.
It doesn't matter. They don't know.
It depends if you have your video on or not.
Hey, I do have a question. I do good one. Hey, I do have a question though. In Amsterdam, like, has their market? I mean, obviously their market's reduced because of COVID, but prior to that, because it's being legalized in America, like, has the tourism dropped because of that or no?
I don't think so. People like going to like coffee shops. You know, it's like it's a tourist destination. It's a thing to do. All the young kids, they go to the Netherlands. Even here in Germany, like Germany borders the Netherlands, so people go from Germany over to the Netherlands to.
Oh my God, it's so easy to travel. This Brexit shit is about to fuck it up. You know, I think it's like.
Yeah, what's your take on Brexit?
Brexit. Okay, I honestly fucking hate England. Every time I try to go to Britain, those people at
whack.
Always like, what are you coming here for? You want our social security or something like that? Like, I'm like, no man, the food's not good. The weather sucks.
It's whack. It's whack. It's the most overrated fucking place on the planet I've ever been to. I went there and I was like, why is this shit so expensive?
That's like Yellowstone.
Why is it so expensive? No, you know what's the coolest thing about it? You know what's the coolest thing? Shit is really old. Castles are still in operation. You know, it's like, oh fuck, somebody fucking lives in that building 1,500 years ago. Women built the London Bridge during the war, where all the men were off at war and shit. So that's cool. The Shard, where my boy James Bond works, is pretty cool. But it's cold as fuck, and their food is trash. Like,
terrible.
You can only fish and chips once. You can't eat that shit twice. I had half of that shit. I'm like, ooh, throw this away. This is too greasy. Fuck this. I'm not about to die. Give me some tea.
There's a reason why they colonized the world, huh?
My gosh. They're like, everything fucking, I know, right? We got to go to India and Africa. They season food over there. We need their help.
They got different colors than gray. Come on.
Shit.
But I guess the question, what do I feel about Brexit? It's giving me some more work, so that's nice because
that's good.
The data transfers from Europe to the UK, it's like a new issue. So
my things are thinking like, you know, big industries like auto industries are going to be most affected. Travel is not going to be easy because before it's easy to travel through Europe, right? Like you don't need a passport necessarily. I mean, you need a passport to get there, but like it's easier to travel through. It's kind of like in the States, just drive to Indiana and like, drive to Miami.
There are no borders.
Who cares? But now, will that change based in the EU, or will that only change for people coming to England?
It's only going to change with the UK.
All right, well, fuck them. I say burn. I hope they go poor. I hope the UK goes fucking like famine poor. Like I hope they're just like, what we get like what they did to Ireland with the potato famine. Fuck them, man. Like let that bitch go poor. That bitch is in her big ass house, hoping she don't get coronavirus. With her fucking child molester son. I know, staring at the ceiling with her child molester son.
Bitch is staring at the ceiling.
And her husband, who's only like half royal blood, bitch ass. You know. Anyway, I digress.
Bitches staring at the stealing.
Yeah. Have you ridden the train yet? That train. I can't think of the name of it. Jenny, what's the name?
High speed rail.
The one you rode like from
The
France.
one he wants to talk about. Oh.
He's trying to James Bond's trying to incorporate other people in this podcast.
Yeah, I've taken the train. I'll tell you that. I've taken the train.
The Euro track. The Euro track.
Yeah, no, I took the regular
long
train.
distance one.
Hey, what about the Autobahn?
Oh, the Autobahn is the best.
All right, so how fast can you go?
As fast as you want. As fast as you can. I got this little Toyota Corolla. I'm like, people flashing their brights at me. I'm like, I'm going. I'm speeding up.
That's insane. Do you just people just get on that bitch and just go? I'd be that motherfucker that's going like 60. I'm driving
like
hit me.
60. I'm driving like 160 kilometers. People are flying past me. So that's like 100 miles per hour. 100 miles per hour. People are just flying past me. 100 miles per hour.
Hannah and I went 120 before. Hannah and I went 120 before. Yeah.
Wait, Mike, we going faster.
Yeah, we went 135.
We going faster.
In my
fucking Corvette, bro. No, the Corvette. Remember we drove the Corvette?
Yeah,
to Michigan.
We didn't learn. The problem is when
we were scared. We were scared to go that fast. That fucking car was scary.
That is fast.
I didn't figure out how to get into we were in overdrive the whole time. It was an automatic, so I didn't figure out how to get it into like fuck you mode until the end, and then we were like, you know.
Fucking Corvettes. I don't think they have the governors on it. It was too old. That car was old before governors were put on cars. But that motherfucker was powerful. It was scary, man.
Yeah,
it was scary.
Good. We had fun in that. I forgot about that trip.
Yeah.
We drove this thing to Michigan.
Mike drove to Michigan. One of my exes, like rich ass uncle's house. Did we stay? They had an apartment then. You should see the fucking house they built. Oh my God, it's insane.
I bet they were like
spills out into the creek.
Yeah,
like the backyard.
They were like, our ancestors invested their slave money, and now
it's right. I wouldn't be surprised. It's like one of those houses that were built into like a hill. Where like you build the basement out, but it's still natural grass. Like
fuck those people. Right.
Oh my God, it was insane. They're like, oh, it's so eco-friendly. We don't have to heat the basement or cool it. Like, it's geothermal. Anybody got geothermal energy in their house, and it's not like regulated throughout the rest of the country. Like, if that shit is just like what? Like most people don't know about like that. You fucking rich. Like they got a lot of money.
That's fucked up.
Insane. Yeah, it's insane.
You got the money, just pay for that heat. Don't worry about it.
I knew she was rich. She only wore smart wool socks. I'm like, damn, it's a rich bitch right there. She got taste. Yeah. Smart wool socks.
The guy was like, hey, I'm going to help some minorities out. You and your Puerto Rican friend, Anton, do you want to take my Corvette up to Michigan?
I'll pay you.
It was their Corvette?
Yeah.
It was my ex's uncle.
How did we get back? Did we fly back?
No, we rode the fucking train like poor people.
We did.
We rode two fucking trains. We rode to Chicago, and then we rode to fucking like Mattoon. Like poor people.
Oh my God, I remember
the trip back wasn't so fun. It was just like, man, wow, this is weak as fuck.
That's the normal life.
He was like, I'll pay for the gas. Sometimes. I'll give you some money, and then you guys I'll pay for your train ticket back, fucking minorities.
Here. They took us to eat ice cream. We went to the beach. I think we went to the beach. Did we go to the beach?
Shit, I have no memory of this.
I think we went to the beach and his
Except
son.
for the vet.
Did you meet his son?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck. You did. Yeah. So we went to the beach and his son was on trial. His son did like 7 years, bro. It was crazy.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah. And you met him and I was like, I told you what he did. And you was like, that motherfucker is not remorseful. He did that shit. All right. So plot twist. All right. So this guy... he was a teacher. He was a high school teacher, and he groomed this girl for my freshman year. And you know what happens after that? And he gets jail time. He's supposed to do 15 years for statutory rape, even though the girl was like a witness in his defense, but she cannot be because once you do anything that I think is domestic violence and sexual assault or anything like that, even though it wasn't violent. like the state takes it. It's like you versus the state or something. I don't know how that all works, but
yeah, if the state was red, he'd have been all right. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. But so my man ended up getting like 7 years or something. She was 16. Plot twist. Gets out. Wife divorced him. Takes the kids. He marries the chick.
They still together?
Yeah, they're married. They have a kid now. Everything.
All right. What happened to the ex-wife? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I feel like, look, if I do 7 years for you and you writing me love letters and shit, bitch, we get married when I get out. You ain't going nowhere. we leaving this country. Fuck that.
And
we
now she's pegging him because he's
Right?
used to it. He's likes it now, kind of.
Oh my gosh. Hannah's a feminist.
Hannah, how we doing? Hannah's a thermometer. She's supposed to be like, all right, it's too hot in here. We gotta turn it down.
It's almost like you already hit the boiling point. I don't know how to come back for turn off the burners. Wave the smoke detector. It's over, man.
All right, Steve. So when America's great again, are you coming back?
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm probably in like 3 or 4 years or something like that. My parents are getting older.
Where do they live?
Indiana.
They live in
next door to Mike Pence.
Okay, you said one of your parents was from Italy, or both of them?
No, just my mother.
Okay, mother's from Italy. At 20 years old or 20 years ago she came?
When she was 20, she came here for a vacation. Never used that return trip.
And never came back.
That's right.
Dang.
So,
and then dad was American.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So is she like under the DACA rules or some shit, or is she good now?
She's an American citizen now.
Speaking of which, I seen the most disturbing piece of art. It's at I don't know where at the Mexican border, but there's 3 cages, and it's Joseph, Jesus, and Mary. Jesus and the baby is in a manger in the cages. And I was just like, wow, that is very good art. Like, it puts in perspective, like, for some people's situation, what's going on.
That's what it sounds
like. He's insane, Hannah. He's insane.
All right, let's be real for a second.
This man's nickname used to be and still is Mexican Mike. He is not Mexican. So Steve, my friend Sean calls him Mexican Mike. How did Sean get in there? How did it go about?
Anything south of the border.
Just one day, he just sees Mike and he's like, we're going to call him Mexican Mike. His name has been Mexican Mike, although he's not Mexican at all.
And I got a really good friend who's from Guatemala. I was like, bro, you're Mexican. Don't lie to me.
You're Mexican.
He was so pissed. I'm sorry.
For sure. That's because, Mexicans, we're just not the same people,
Yeah.
They're like
not at all.
Puerto Ricans, Colombians.
Right. Puerto Ricans, we're American. That's why people don't like. That's why the Mexicans don't like us, because they're like, fuck, we had to come over the border, fucking pole vault. We had to dig a tunnel. Like we had to do.
Bro,
Puerto Rico is militarily advantageous.
Puerto Rico, they just wake up American.
They gave Puerto Rico a citizenship because it didn't matter. It's like they can't vote. Look how far away they are. They not coming here. We don't give a fuck. Haiti? Nah, they black. We ain't fucking with them. They French, as they call it. Let them deal with it. That's sad. All right, so Hefeweizen is my favorite beer, and I'm sad that you like
Hefeweizen.
Yeah. I'm sad that you.
Okay, do you speak German or just enough?
Oh yeah, he does. Look at this accent.
This is a big question. I speak some German, but my German's not great. So people say something to me, I like hello, and I say something back, and they're like, "You're not from around here."
We can tell.
Yeah. I heard that the only way to be fluent in Russian is if you were born there. Otherwise, you cannot be fluent.
You can't pick it up.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. Russian is one of the top 5 hardest languages. Korean is like that. Cantonese. Somebody tries to teach me, but it doesn't. You have to have an ear. Hell no. I still remember some shit. No, you have to have an ear for certain languages, especially
the top 5 hardest languages.
Cantonese is up there, and Russian.
I looked it up.
Cantonese and Russian is up there.
Yeah, we got to guess, right?
And Tosa.
Okay. All right, who's guessing?
Tulsa. So Tulsa.
What the fuck is
or-
Tulsa?
It's an African language.
All right, it's obviously
Clicks.
not on there because he said, "Who the fuck is that?" So wrong.
Context clues. Good stuff. All right, so I'm putting Cantonese, Korean, Russian, and I'm gonna give something to a dialect in Africa. 2 dialects in Africa. Fuck it.
All right, what you got, Steve?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go with one of those Chinese languages, the Asian languages that don't use the Latin characters.
Without the pinyin.
Yeah, maybe like
Shit.
Greek. Greeks got their own thing going on.
Ooh, Thai. Thai would be Thai sounds easy. I know a dumb white guy who speaks Thai, so he ain't that smart. So I know it's easy. He's a fucking idiot.
Why is he looking so confused? It's just
from
5
England,
different
so it doesn't
things,
matter.
right?
You just
All
gotta
right, what
read
is
it. You just got. You're
No,
not guessing.
Hannah, what are your predictions? Hannah, what are your predictions? He's reading like the little paragraph as to why it's difficult.
All right.
Russ is 1. Come on, Hannah, it's not that hard.
Russia.
Russian,
I'm going
the
with-
language, not the country. Chocolate.
Russian.
chocolate.
Now he's trying
Alright.
to change the grammar, everybody.
Hey,
You know
we
what?
gotta keep the standards
He
high
always
around
is.
here. All right.
This is hard to get by, man. All right. Yeah. Ooh. Chinese. I'm putting Chinese on there.
What's that Chinese? There's several. Oh, Hindu.
I don't-
Yeah,
Tele-
you gotta get one of
Telugu.
these.
Oh.
Telugu. Yeah, Telugu. Fuck.
He,
I didn't
he
think
already
about
said
Telugu.
Telugu. Can we tell him it's
Who
not
said
on
Telugu?
You
said Telugu?
at the beginning.
No, you didn't
Your
say
first
Telugu.
guess.
My
He
Telugu.
said
first
like
guess?
Tulsa. He said like a state.
No,
in
I said
America.
Tulsa.
Alabama?
He did.
Tulsa, the language where they click. Tulsa.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Tulsa.
Is that it?
So
That's what
Tulsa,
you did?
Telugu, Cantonese, Russian, Korean.
He changed all his answers.
Hannah, go for it.
I'm 3 out of 5. We bet the
I'm
dollar.
overwhelmed. Can we just get the answer?
Hannah's always overwhelmed. She's overstimulated.
As
It's
soon
like
as you gotta give your top 5, you gotta give your first.
Like, can I just?
I'm
Can we just do
gonna
it?
Google it myself. I thought my job was Google.
All right.
Come on, Mike. What is this?
All right, what it is. All right, there's the 5 hardest for English speakers, and then there's the 5 hardest. So the 5
All right,
hardest
give us both.
for
The
English
only ones
speakers
that
are
matters, yeah.
Spanish.
Mandarin Chinese. No, Mandarin Chinese is number 1. Arabic.
Ooh,
Yeah,
we
fuck! I
forgot
didn't think
about
about Arabic. Ancient fucking
Damn.
languages, bro.
We should've known.
Polish is number 3.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Russian,
English
and then Turkish.
Okay.
For English, that's for English speakers, right?
Yeah. All right. now
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
give
it's
the
the 5
hardest.
hardest in general.
Yes. No. That's the 5 hardest for the
No, 5 hardest for
Americans
English
to learn.
speakers.
English speakers.
Right. So tell us the 5 flat
Yeah.
out.
All
hardest.
right. I'm there. Mandarin is number 1 again,
Always.
Boom.
which is
Number
the
1 is the
language-
hardest. Number 1 is the hardest
Listen, that's the most spoken language in the world, which is
in the
insane.
world. Yeah, I haven't
Wow.
taken a course for 6 months after I graduate
All
Yeah, how's
right,
it going?
in Shanghai.
whatever. All right, Mandarin is number 1.
Weird as hell. Why do you wink? That was weird.
He did wink. Arabic's number 2. Japanese is number 3.
Oh.
Hungarian is number 4.
Nobody
Ooh.
needs to speak Hungarian.
It doesn't matter if you need to speak it. It's the hardest. Nobody
And-
asked.
Why is
And
it
num-
hard?
Number 5 is Korean.
Oh, look at that. Your boy is in here. So many languages on there.
What's weird is Russian didn't make the top
Didn't make it.
10.
Because
In-
people who are European also is because USSR. Think
Oh,
about how many
shit.
other countries
Hold
who
up,
didn't
this
speak
is for
English
translators
first
to
speak
learn.
Russian.
Oh my
No, but you
God.
think about this. How many
No,
other
no,
how many
no.
countries in the Soviet Union? Was it like 18
Hold up.
or 13?
I
or
lied.
15?
I lied. That was for translators to learn. Let me give you I got the one. Most
But Russian
difficult
makes
language.
sense.
The hardest language in the world to learn. Are you ready? This is a different list. Arabic is number
Cantonese.
1.
Cantonese is on there.
Arabic's number 1. Number 2 is Russian. Number 3 is Korean.
Mhm.
Number 4 is Navajo.
Told ya.
What?
Number 5 is Finnish.
Mm.
Really?
6 is Vietnamese. 7 is Mongolian. 8 is Hungarian. 9 is Thai. And then 10 is Icelandic. Ooh, that's nice.
Ooh.
Can
I got-
any of
Eyes on
y'all?
there?
Can any of y'all speak a second language?
No.
I speak Ebonics, street, real nigga.
This is dialect. Code
Hey.
switcher.
Oh shit.
There's people
I
in
dabble
Europe.
in a little bit of. I listen to Cantonese and Thai.
You don't
Yelled at
speak
and
another
screamed at
language.
me.
Just
I
be
heard this
honest.
song
I
on the
just listen.
radio.
I just listen when it's yelled at me.
I think something in my mind can reproduce the way that people sound or look or act. So that's just like part of
That's
who
called
I am.
impressionism and not speaking other languages.
That's Mexican
Yeah, I'm
Mike
with you.
right there. That's a talent. That's a talent.
It
for
is a
Mexican
talent.
Mike. It's a talent.
It's something different, but it's
Well,
a
That's
talent.
Hannah
it, though.
speaks American and Georgian, or wherever that accent's from.
No, Georgian is an actual language. It's from Georgia, the
right,
nation.
right, yeah.
I don't speak that.
They speak Russian in Georgia. And let me see. Latvia, Ukraine. Shit. What else?
Put that yawn
Kazakhstan,
away. What
bro.
you doing over there?
Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan.
Slap your mouth.
I'm trying to think of all the
Slap
places
your
that
mouth.
speak Russian. Uzbekistan,
Uzbekistan.
Kyrgyzstan,
Yeah,
Kazakhstan,
yeah.
Turkmenistan. Yeah,
Yeah, anything
Yeah.
with the Stan on the end, I think you got it.
Yeah.
basically.
Like Moldova.
Dear Stan, I know we speak in Russian and you ain't called me.
But I asked this
I left
question,
Putin's
though.
name, email at the bottom. Anyway, no.
Yeah,
Steve,
I
you
asked
speak
this
Italian?
question. Yeah, I speak Italian. But the Europeans here,
Ah.
they speak like 4 or 5 languages. It's amazing. Like all of
Yeah,
them speak
and everybody
Spanish,
in Europe
French,
speaks like 5
German.
languages.
Yeah.
And they pick up
Crazy.
other languages fast. They like, oh, I studied Spanish for 2 weeks and I fucking just was in Portugal and I did. Like, I'm like, what?
Portugal.
down
They speak
here.
Portuguese, motherfucker. What are you talking
They speak
about?
Portuguese and Spanish in Portugal.
Oh,
Bro.
okay.
Spanish is the national language of South America.
What else can we learn about travel?
And Central
About your
America.
travels, Stephen? What can we learn about it? What do you got to offer?
Let's see what's got going on. Oh man, so I mean, like Southeast Asia is really cool. Y'all been to Bali or something like that? I mean, the islands are great. Go to Thailand. These places are really great though because they're really cheap.
Yes.
You can stay there for like I don't know,
What's
$10
it?
a day or something.
Really? So like in
Yeah.
a hostel situation or just like hotels or what?
Yeah, I mean,
I
hostels.
stayed in a
over
luxury
there.
hostel in
Really
Singapore.
good.
It was
Yeah,
pretty
you
dope.
paid like 30. Ooh, but Singapore's really nice. Singapore's
Expensive
expensive,
as fuck,
too,
though.
yeah.
Expensive as fuck.
Can't you
It
get on
might
the
be.
subway?
It might be the most expensive place in the world. Like Singapore, Japan, and then Hong Kong. Yes, it's stupid.
All right. When I was in Montana, you guys will like this story. I went to Montana as part of my, my trip around the, part of the U.S. or whatever, and they were full. When I got there, I was like, "Hey, I'm looking to stay here at the national park," and she laughed, and I was like, "What? What's funny?" And she was like, "Well, it was like 5:00 in the afternoon, 4:30 or something," and she was like, "Well, normally people get here at 4 a.m. to
Yeah, you gotta
stay here
reserve
because
those
right.
places.
Well, you can do first come first serve, but they get there at 4 a.m. And she's
Yeah.
like, "You could try, but good luck." So I drove up there, and they were like, "Haha." Like at 6 a.m. we were full, and then the people who accepted the 6 a.m. slot had been here for over an hour, before that. So I was like, "Fuck." So then I went and I found another place to stay, and I went in there, and she was like, "Well, we got 3 spots for the night, but how desperate are you?" And I was like, "Fuck." Like she's.
Ooh, we speak in the same language.
You gotta suck some dick.
And I was like,
You're like, I don't need the shit if that's what you're asking. I don't need the shit.
she was like, "How desperate?" I was like, I would like to stay somewhere tonight.
I'm good.
And I spent-
depends on what
spent-
gotta do.
I'm gonna need some
spent-
more information before I answer that.
I spent almost $90. I spent like $86 on a tent spot
Sleep on the floor.
on one night
Damn, that's
to
expensive,
sleep in a
bro.
tent.
Was she talking about how desperate you is? I thought you had to. Did you eat some pussy or something? Like,
No, she was like, "How desperate are you?"
No,
Like,
you
you
paid
trying to
$90
put it
to
down?
sleep on the
And then-
ground.
right. I slept
Fuck
up.
that. I would have told her, no, I'm sleeping outside next to the. I'm gonna just
Where?
park my car. Fuck this. I don't know.
Where?
That's crazy.
Exactly. Where?
I think I've had really good luck with like camping and stuff. Like the last time me and Jenny went camping, they were like, "Oh, it's usually full, but come back at 2." We fucking walk around, got some apple cider, and then came back, and it was like, somebody canceled, and you get the best spot. I'm like, oh shit. Like just roll up in that bitch.
Not in Glacier.
Nice.
Glacier National Park's
Glacier.
top 5, baby.
So you got to be on it. Like people who are on it, the outdoor shit, they're here. They
Hannah and I and the other people, we got to what Yosemite at what like 4:30 in the morning. We were
Had
the
to turn
second
around.
people in line. No, we were the second people in
Second
line.
people in line, we waited hours.
Hours.
Really?
How many hours?
Slept for a while, got out, made some eggs on the side of the car. I don't know. It would seem like a while.
It was like 3 or 4 hours we waited. Just to get a
3 or
spot.
4. I'd say.
What is it with the national parks? Is it like, all right, the facilities and like shit? Like, I feel like bum camping, you could just like, hey, we're going to lay the seats down.
Where?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Have you slept in a car like ever?
Hell yeah, I've slept in a car. I've
On
slept
a
in a car several
camping
times.
trip?
No, not on a camping trip.
No.
Like, you know, unintentionally being homeless. So yeah, I've slept in the car. It's not the
Right.
greatest. Wake up in the morning, you like, oh shit! I start that bitch, turn the heated seats on, and I shut it off for like 2 hours.
Yeah, heated seats, motherfucker. Like
Yeah,
shopping
yeah.
at
He's
A
homeless,
2000
but he got heated seats. Let's
A
talk about it.
2002 Honda Accord. All right, shit. That was like last year, bitch.
God damn.
Shit.
If you
I'm
go to the
living
national
good
parks
now.
when it's cold, you can get a spot. So when I
Yeah,
drove
when
out to
it's cold.
Seattle, it was cold.
Yeah, you got to go when it's cold. People don't like.
There's
to go.
nobody out there. I
We
mean,
went on the
it
last
sucks,
day.
though. It's cold as fuck.
Yeah, we went on the last day. Like the park was closing the next day, and we woke up, and that was the first time I could see my fucking breath in Arizona. And I was like, bro, it's really cold.
Woke
It was
up
so
in
cold. It was so
Yeah.
cold. I wanted to leave the tent.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. Cold
I
as
was
How
so
fuck.
beautiful.
cold.
How
My
beautiful is that
head,
at
my
night?
nose was cold. My ears were cold. I'm like, I wasn't ready. I have my
I
nose
wasn't ready. Mike, you didn't tell me.
sleeping bag up to my head. I'm like, got my hat on. I come out of
Oh
tent.
my
I'm like,
gosh.
dude, I'm not gonna make it. It's so cold in here. He like gave me another winter coat, like wrapped my whole body in it. When it's the coldest I ever been outside. I'm sleeping in
It
the
was
How
bad.
wilderness.
beautiful is that at
Outside.
night?
It's
Yosemite
so
at
cold.
night.
Yosemite was a very
Nice.
pretty place.
Yeah.
Yosemite was cool.
I took pictures of the sky in Idaho because when you drive on the roads in Idaho,
Yeah.
if you do not have headlights, you do not drive. You will hit something. Like you don't know
Oh,
what's
hell
coming.
yeah.
It's that dark. And I
I
took
can
a picture of
only
the sky and you could see like the fucking like Milky Way and shit. It was awesome.
Damn.
Yeah. Idaho's the shit. Is there places like that in Germany? Like where you go out into the country and it's just like you can see the sky or what?
Honestly, so where I'm at now, it's really good. Like I just walk out my front door, and I mean, I'm
I was gonna
like
say,
I said,
shit, he at the bottom of the Alps.
yeah, an hour outside of the city. Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's really cool. But you know, you told me you spent $90 for a tent, and that reminded me of when I went to Pamplona. So I went to Pamplona in Spain. That's where they do the running of the bulls,
Mhm.
and you got to book a place if you want a place.
Oh
like,
shit! Is that when you had on all white?
yeah, with the
You
red
sent me
bandana
that
and
photo.
stuff.
Yeah.
for
I was like,
real.
Steve out here at Blood. What up, Blood?
After I got that suntan, the people are like, "Oh, he's a local. He's a local." But yeah, you gotta like book your place
That olive
now.
Italian skin.
Yeah. Hey, but if you want to sleep in a bed, you gotta book your place now, or you sleep in a tent. And I paid like $90 a night for a tent there. But I mean, like at that point, we were all drunk and high
Sure.
on running from bulls and stuff, so it didn't matter.
That's fucking insane. Were you afraid at like any point?
Oh
Like,
my
I'm
God,
gonna
I
get
was so
stabbed in the
scared.
ass.
I was so
I'm gonna get
scared.
stabbed in the ribs
Bro.
behind me. He gonna.
You actually ran?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Bro, and I mean, yeah,
People-
you're like running for your life.
You fucking take off. You see a motherfucker go
Yeah.
down, Mike. If you go down, look, see that's the point where you see
See
me
you
become an
later.
athlete, Mike.
See you later.
You see me out here
Wait.
like, no.
Wait, can we explain
no.
the situation? I don't think we're familiar.
You don't know like the bull run? Where they
Yeah.
fucking matador, they let that shit loose in the street and they barricade. Motherfuckers are like sliding under cars
Oh,
and shit,
Hannah,
trying to
you
get
gotta watch
away.
the videos.
Oh my God, this shit is insane. I seen a bull catch a motherfucking, like,
Ooh.
get your ass out of here. Bro, people slide. I seen a guy slide in the window of like a fucking apartment, just kick that bitch in and get in. Like, let me in, let me in.
No,
Like, bro,
no.
they literally, look, they start that. Steve, fucking explain this shit to him.
And so like everybody gathers. So what they do is they do bullfights the second week of July in Pamplona. And what they do is they bring the bulls in and they keep them in like a corral or wherever you keep bulls.
They getting angry.
Yeah, and then in order to get them to the stadium for the fights, they have them run through the streets. So it's like about 900 meters.
Yeah.
You have to get there in the morning, and like everybody's gathering like 7:30 in the morning or something
It's
like that.
It's like a marathon, but it's only 900 meters.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but
that's the
you don't
longest
run the
fucking
whole
run
thing.
of your life, right?
I ran. So you don't run the whole thing because the bulls are just too fast. You think you're faster than the bull, but you're not.
No. They fucking hit that horn.
Yeah, they shoot a firework at 7:30, and everybody loses their mind. Like, oh my god! And then they shoot a second firework when all the bulls are in the streets. And then you're just like jumping up and down, trying. Oh my god!
Look at
you're
this
trying
shit.
to see, are they coming? Are they coming? Because you don't
Look
want to
at
go
this
too
shit, bro.
early.
Look at this shit, bro. He dead. He dead. He dead. He still got his phone in his hand. Why the fuck do you even have your phone? Yeah, that's how Steve looked when I saw him. He was wearing all white with a red bandana around his fucking neck. I'm like, he about to die. He about to die out there. Yeah,
Wait, do people do die?
Yeah, people do die.
Like a lot?
Nah, not a lot.
I mean, if your ass get caught, you dead.
Did you train for it?
You up.
Yeah, I'm going for runs. I'm like doing push-ups. Like, I got to do this. I got to get ready.
Yo, it's what you do. You just keep having people randomly fucking scare you and chase you and shit.
Hey, but
fucking
like
chainsaw.
There's this moment when all the bulls are getting like really close, and the anxiety in the crowd is just like unbelievable.
So how do you jump up? Do people reach for you? Like if you like just fuck it, this is my point. Like, help me. Help me.
I don't know. So like the goal is to make it into the stadium, and both times I've run, I've made it into the stadium. So
that's crazy.
I don't know.
This man's run a record 900-meter time.
That's me, bro.
Yeah, that's Steve right there. That's fucking Steve right there.
Okay, hold on.
Look at this man.
The whole time. So
Look at this man. He's gone. He's gone. Look at that. You can sign up for this shit.
Hey, they call this the Death Corner
That's
too.
pretty good form. Go back.
That's Death Corner. Because the bull's gonna get your ass as you slide, and he's just gonna keep ramming your ass.
Because their hooves aren't made to run on this like 1,000-year-old tiles, so when they turn, they slide in. Woo.
Okay, so you don't run the whole time. You said that. So what do you do? You run and then you hide?
No. You start closer to the stadium, like 100 yards out, 200 yards out, something like that. Because if you try to do the whole thing, the bulls stay out too fast. Yeah.
It's motherfucker. I know it's people who go to the start, like close as they can to the start.
Yeah, so the thing is, they shoot the first firework. Oh yeah, it's mad. And at the beginning, like everybody's singing and stuff. But you can see the bulls here. Yeah, it's crazy.
Where are the bulls?
Right there in the middle. You see the white ones?
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And the second time I did this, I ate some mushrooms before. Man.
Oh my God.
That's
Mike, don't do that.
I would freak the fuck out.
Actually, it was the best. Actually, it was really good because I just took like, you have this energy coming.
Oh my God, yeah.
And so like,
I would have punched the fuck out of the bull if I took some mushrooms. Like, bitch, slow down. And I just run the stadium like, are you not entertained?
So you get to the stadium and you look back and like, did my friends make it or did they
Hannah
die?
wants to do it.
Yeah.
Hannah wants to fucking do it. Hannah wants to do it. Look, you already survived cancer. You just wear the fucking KT tape and you're fine. And the bull ain't gonna get you. Wear red tape, you put it up an X on your back, all up your back, and you just fucking go. Look at this shit, man.
Yeah, so this is the entryway to the stadium. People lay down so the bulls can jump over them.
Fuck that, bro.
I was not there.
That.
You see that guy with the long hair, like 50 meters away?
This is insane. Because you know he's gonna miss the jump and he's just gonna buck his way to get the fuck across and just kick 8 people in the ass. This guy's got his phone out. Look at that. Is that Dave Chappelle? Go to the left. That guy looks like Dave Chappelle. Keep going. Right there. I thought that was Dave Chappelle.
Oh, man, it's the only black dude you see in this whole thing.
Right? And he's like, these motherfuckers is crazy.
God. Look at these crazy ass people. I can't believe
that is
this.
insane. There's
what are they doing?
Hannah wants to do it.
I do a little bit.
How many people
but you
shit
a runner?
themselves? You wearing all white, you shit yourself. I'd be like, hey, have my pants ready at the end. My pants.
Yeah, you gotta bring.
That guy had red pants on though.
I'ma just wear tidy whities.
Hey, but I think you can do it, Hannah. You're a runner.
Yeah.
You just gotta run fast. Don't stop running. Don't worry about Mike. Mike fell. Too late.
Yeah, you
Too
leave
late.
your friends.
Yeah, no. This look at the line. This is when you say it. Everybody's thinking it, and I just say it. I'm like, yo, hey,
I meet you in the stadium.
hey, shit, you out here by yourself, bro. I love you, but no.
Save yourself. Save yourself.
Runners to your mark. Hey man, do not fucking pull me if you get scared.
So the first
All right,
time
I have a
went-
question. Hold on, let me post this. What is this? Are they mad? Are they mad?
Oh yeah, those people live in Seattle.
Stop the
Mad.
Barcelona.
Why are we have our tits out?
They are killing the Bulls. I know, right?
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god!
Google a lot of those later. Like,
Why
oh,
is that?
research?
Why is that they live in Seattle? That is fucking hilarious. They're like,
Hey, so
nah.
when I did this the first time, I went with one of my friends. We didn't know what to expect, so we did the run and all that. And then once you get in the stadium, you're like looking for each other.
Wait.
Like,
You
oh,
didn't know
where's
what to
my friend?
expect? I can tell you what to expect.
I
Motherfucking
mean,
bull, ready to kill
you
it.
just gotta run. Yeah.
Let
You
him
just
out.
gotta run really fast. You just gotta run really fast. We knew exactly what to expect.
You do exactly what.
But
We
anyway,
just
so
gonna
we got
drive down here on East Crenshaw, right? And all these Crips, but we got this red car, and we all, you know what to expect.
yeah. So, but you get separated. Like you don't run together. Like some
Yeah.
people are faster than other people. You got to trip somebody. Whatever. But anyways, he didn't make it into the stadium, and so like 5 hours
He
later,
died.
when I get back to camp, and I see him, and
Oh,
Hannah,
shit.
I thought he was dead. Hannah, I thought he was dead. When we just ran to each other, like, oh my God, I miss you so much.
Oh my God. Bro, you can't be like even half out of shape. That guy knew it. He knew it. He lost a bet. He had to do that shit.
Hey,
Everybody got on their
that.
they got on their Real Madrid shirts and shit. Fucking out there getting pummeled. No way. You think because you wearing a soccer jersey, you gonna run fast? Fucking insane. No
Wait,
way.
So you found
Oh
your
my
friend
gosh.
and then you ran to each other. And what happened to him?
It was
I
a
mean,
happy
it was like-
reunion.
I found out he only had a stretch fracture. He didn't have cancer, man. I was like, yeah.
He's not dead.
He's
He's like, you still have on your KT tape. Ah!
Full
It
circle.
saved you. I told you don't take that shit out.
Don't take that shit off. That's
Oh
right,
my
that's
God.
Hey, man.
Hey, what if you? Hey, this is the real question. Anton, what would you do if you ran? Look at this picture. You ran it like you're trying to get out of the way of the bull, and your fucking friend was in the way.
right. Push him.
Like motherfucker, move!
Bro, like these are like perfect shots. This is what's happening. You anticipate
Look at his
that
face.
shit is gonna be painful, and when it hits, it's worse than painful. This is dad, like, son, I won't let you die alone. And he's
Like
like,
they knocked this dude on the
"Ah."
ground.
That dude's not gonna make it.
The bull's like, oh, you want to save your son? Impale you both. Like, fuck it. You die
But
with him.
this is like after the run. So after the
Yeah.
run, if you make it into the stadium, everybody's like sitting in the stadium.
What do
and
you
then
get? What
they
do you
re-release.
get?
Oh, what do you get? They re-release some of the bulls, so you can like I don't know, act like you're a matador or something.
It's like, does a fucking Pope come there and he's just like, everybody will live another 100 years. Like, if you survive, if you didn't run, you're gonna die tomorrow, you bitch. Like, is it like that? Like, fuck.
It's
I
like
just
the
feel like it
mayor-
has to be
mayor.
a blessing.
Yeah.
No, you just tell
Fuck
everybody.
no,
hey,
bro.
look,
Look at
guy.
this.
Damn. So look at how this horn is like caught in his pants. I saw this
That's the
happen with a
worst.
guy. The
Like a
horn
belt?
got caught in his shirt, and he couldn't get off. The bull was just like, "Get off me, and this guy's just being, well, I mean, like what's happening to this guy? Yeah. Just
Oh.
wheeling around.
And I feel like
Get
a
his
bull's
hand.
not like, he's not like kind. It's like, he's not gonna be like, oh, when I
Just
drop you,
chill.
that's it. He's gonna come
Yeah.
back. Fuck. Oh my gosh. That's a good point to end. I gotta leave
right,
you,
y'all.
y'all.
Yeah,
For-
we're
for
good.
an
Hey,
interview.
Steven, next time you come on the podcast, get your video to work, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. It was cool talking to y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. No, I appreciate it, dude. It's good to
Yeah.
catch
We
up
wanna
and
see the
hear
Alps.
stories I ain't heard. I know, right? The Alps are in this man's backyard.
Or your face.
Or
Either
your-
way.
He was in
Right
that
now, we
photo.
just
It was the guy with the
imagine
blonde
it.
hair.
I'll connect with y'all on LinkedIn or something. LinkedIn.
Nah, listen,
That
we do
works.
this podcast at least at the minimum twice
We
to
do.
3 times a month.
Once
We could
every
do once a
6
week if we
months.
get guests.
We'll
All
get
right,
you.
man.
We'll get you next time. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate you, man.
Take care. Hey, Steve, you gotta piece us out. You gotta say "Beautifully Twisted Podcast." We out. That's what you gotta say.
Oh yeah.
Beautifully Twisted Podcast. We out.
There you go. We out.
That was the baddest takeout. That was better than Hannah all the time.
Wow. This guy.
He's about to Google it. You about to Google it?
Most completed. And I put a note. Bitch was staring at the ceiling.
Look at him.
Amazing.
He's Googling it. He's checking it.
Looking it up.
No, my mom was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
The sleep doctor. You're wrong for that.